Rashad, why you didn't
Anyways,
hit me up?
What's up, Rashad? Hey, Rashad.
What's up, Rashad?
Thank you, Rashad.
brother, I love you, brother. Trump lit.
What's up,
Any,
Rashad?
yeah.
What it do, boy?
Hey, Rashad.
What up, 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 what up? What's up, everybody? My name is Rashad Milligan. If you are new to the channel, this is the road to 10K subs. I know it's been an hour. It's been an hour since I started up this, and that's my fault. Like I went to react to the shorts and stuff like that, get the shorts done for the night. So I wouldn't be up after stream tonight. I'll be like, I wasn't going to stream tonight. I was just going to wait till tomorrow, but it was just so much love being shown by Dan and Lame Shakute and Pax Fool. They was like, yo, you should talk about this next on stream, and I can't wait till the next stream. And I was like, I can't just keep putting this off. You know how the body works. Well, my body. It's like I sleep a couple ways 2 nights in a row, and then like that's my body. Like I'm just used to that now. So my body's currently on the scene where I like go to sleep at 9, wake up around 12, and then I decide then and there if I'm going to sleep for the rest of the night or if I'm just going to get up and stream. So yeah, that's where I'm at with it. I woke up at 12 this time, and everybody was like, yo, we ready for the stream. So I was like, okay, I guess I'll do stream then. I was pushing for end of the year goals. Why is 313 up here like Detroit on Google? Why? Hold on, let me see. Let me see what this is. I was pushing for end of the what goals, end of the month goals. I didn't reach them, but in that process, I got like good numbers, and the same happened to me in December. So I'm like, bro, if I could have that mentality of like this is the end of the month, in the middle of the month, in the beginning of the middle of the month, more so is when the drop off happens, and I could really reach a lot more of my goals and stuff. What is this? The Art of Hip Hop Beat Making from Google Doodle. Doodle. I know they for sure gonna get me out of here for that, even if it's like straight from Google. But okay, all right. Shouts out to hip hop. Shouts out to Detroit. Oh, Jay Dilla. Duh. All right, all right. Let's get into it. Let's get into it, man. Let's get into it. Let me erase this so I don't have to scroll through yesterday or 2 days ago stream stuff. All right. First things first, bro. Dang, Dan is here. He said you finally made it. Dang, Dan, finally, bro. I appreciate you staying up for like an hour or whatever, waiting for me to start the stream too. This is from more footage in HBCU game day. I don't know if they're gonna tag me. I guess we just gotta find out, huh? But here it is. The Tuskegee coach got arrested at the end of the game against Morehouse today, bro. What? That's so random, bro. Like I'm like, bro, what is going on, dog? So this is my first time looking at it, bro. But the basketball coach just got arrested at the end of the game. So okay. He yelling at the guard, he yelling at security, and then security just arrests him. He said, come on, man. He said, come on. He said, you gonna arrest me? He said, come on. And then they're like, you really gonna arrest me? What you did? Oh, he yelling at security. So he was yelling at security, so they arrested him? You gotta be definition of rent a cop. Okay, all right. So I think Jeff Goodman had actually more on this. So I'm about to pull it up. Okay, all right, here we go. Here's the thing. Let's see this clip. Where we at? They going to the handshake line, right? Handshake line. Where's the coach? All right, there's security guard. Okay, he looking at them as they in the line and stuff like that. Towel boy walking around. Okay, handshakes. Just a regular handshake. What's going on? Regular handshakes, regular handshakes. Oh, all right. Where's the coach? Where's the coach? Where's the coach? Okay. Hold on. Oh, okay. Hold on. Is this the coach? I think this is the coach right here. So the coach is right here, unless I'm looking at the wrong coach. Oh, hold on. Yeah, that's the coach right there. What's going on? Coach is right here. He's pointing, and then he's like yelling at someone. Who is he yelling at? Who is he yelling at? He was yelling at someone. Okay, let me see if I can find him. Okay, this is the coach. All right, this is the coach right here. Coach is going in line. He looking. Handshakes, dap up. Handshake, handshake, handshake. All right, Georgia Flash. And then he's looking at someone and he said, hey, get off, man. Or is someone on the court or something like that? So he walked over to the security guard. He said, hey, man, you need to do your job. Make sure that he said, hey, bro, don't do that, bro. I'll arrest you right now. He said, you gonna arrest me? Come on, man. And so that's when he arrested him. That's crazy. All right. So here it is. Benji Taylor said that a group of football players from Moorhead have been vocal all game. Does he mean Morehouse? Jeff. Come on, bro. See, this why non-HBCU people don't need to. How you say Moorhead, bro? Like, I get like you the whole, college basketball for the whole country, but Moorhead is crazy, dog. With Tuskegee, like, come on, bro. All right, anyways. Benji Taylor said, and you got a blue check, so that means you can literally edit this, dude. Benji Taylor said that a group of football players from Morehouse had been vocal all game from their seats next to the Tuskegee bench. He went to the end of the handshake line after the game, and some of the football players were behind him in line. He tried to defuse the situation and asked a police officer to help remove the football players. The next thing he knew, he was being handcuffed. He said the handcuffs were removed quickly by police when he left the court. Bro, that was so dumb. What? See, he said Morehouse right here. Was handcuffed. I'm at a loss for words and I'm upset about how I was violated and treated today. For my players, my family, and the people of Tuskegee to witness that is heartbreaking for me. I was simply trying to get the football team out of the handshake line, and they were following right behind me, and the coaches yelling obscenities. It was a very dangerous situation. Oh, so they was like, get the F out of here. Oh, that's wild, bro. That's wild, man. Man, I got you, Dan. I got you, Dan. That's crazy, bro. That's crazy, dog. Dang. So, shoot, I don't even know like what you can even do for that. What's up, Bed Wars Pro 5994 5994? What's that? Yeah, I don't even know what, but like, I think Morehouse, you have to athletic director, someone who works at Morehouse, like you have to do a better job of like, if these dudes been trolling him the whole game, and then like he said, they were following him on the court, bro. Like Morehouse has to do a better job of like controlling their student athletes and their student body. Like that's just what you just have to do, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's crazy. That's crazy. Did Simone work this game? I think, yeah, Simone did work this game. Shout out Simone Stanley, friend of the channel. If you know, you know. Simone worked the Philly game, the unrivaled Philly on Friday night. She worked the Morehouse Tuskegee game in Atlanta on Saturday, and now she's packing to go to San Francisco to do Super Bowl week. Shouts out to Simone, man. Stay with a job. Stay with a job, man. I won't be in Super Bowl for the first time in how long, bro? This will be my first time not at Super Bowl in like 3-4 years. Because I went to Vegas. Did I go before Vegas? No, Phoenix. I missed that year. But I was there the year before that. So this would be like the second time in like the last 6 years I won't be at Super Bowl, which will feel weird. But hey, it is what it is. Why the push for the new Jackson State Stadium, quote unquote, has legs? This is from WLBT3 on your side. Shouts out to Garrett Busby. Shouts out to Jackson, Mississippi. Shout out to Clarence Ledgerman, my old stumping grounds, Jackson, Mississippi. For multiple years running, a bill was introduced in an effort for Jackson State University to have a new multi-purpose football stadium. House Bill 117 was introduced on January 7th by Mississippi Representative Robert Johnson, advocating for $40 million to be appropriated out of any money in the state general fund not otherwise appropriated to the Board of Trustees of State Institutions of Higher Learning, effective July 1st, 2026. Johnson said the bill, driven by alumni and administration who want a modern on-campus stadium. Oh, yeah, they've been trying to get an on-campus stadium for a little minute, bro. To quote unquote enhance student life and attract more students, quote unquote, would serve as quote unquote seed money for planning, design, and initial building stages. This is not first time a bill like this has been proposed. Most notably in the 2025 legislative session, Representative Johnson introduced the same bill, House Bill 137, that ultimately ended in the committee. The same occurred in 2022 in House Bill 3151, introduced by current Jackson Mayor John Horn because of the disagreement on location. In fact, in 2022, WLBT News exclusively attained a JSU stadium feasibility study that the state paid $250,000 for to find out the results. The top pick being on location on campus. So if you guys don't know, Jackson State, they play at the Vet, and that's a Mississippi veteran stadium and everything like that. With the Vet, and they have like 70,000. They can hold up to 70,000 over there in Jackson. It's like the biggest stadium, I want to say, in the state, but I don't have that confirmed. And they have played a lot of legendary games there, including like Jerry Rice. A lot of his big games when he was at Mississippi Valley and Jackson State, like they packed that place out, man. And it's one of the reasons why Jackson State usually leads FCS football in attendance, because they just have such a big stadium. But like they say here, I guess they want more students to come to the games, because the stadium is not necessarily just like within walkable distance of campus. It's kind of like a little like exit away or whatever. So yeah, I've been trying to get an on-campus stadium to get more of the active students involved, because a lot of the alumni and a lot of the community members, they always go to the games, to support Jackson State. But the students, I suppose, like they would like to get them a little more involved and make it easier for them to come to the game. So yeah, there's that. In an interview on January 13th, Johnson stated that the bill were to pass, plans of an on-campus stadium would be ideal, although a specific location was not mentioned. He said that in the bill, which he would be working on for the last 5 to 6 years, has not passed through the House due to the cost concerns and the state's historical precedent of investment in athletic facilities. However, this year, he feels like the bill, quote unquote, has legs. What to do with the Vet? In years past, the University of Mississippi Medical Center has expressed interest in acquiring and redeveloping the land that the Mississippi Veterans Memorial Stadium, where JSU football plays. That may no longer be on the cards. Oh, said Representative Johnson. He said UMMC's expansion plans have changed and that there is now uncertainty on the property. What? Of which they're going to tear down the Vet on which the stadium sits. If you don't know, for UMCC, that's like the University of Mississippi Medical Center, and it's literally right there by the Vet, by the stadium. So that's crazy. They might tear it down. They reached out to UMCC but did not receive a response. Representative Johnson expressed that he would consider legislation to secure funding for the current stadium to receive renovations. The Mississippi Veterans Memorial Stadium, which opened in 1950, has been owned and operated by JSU since 2011 and currently seats 60,492 fans, making it the largest HBCU football stadium in the nation not used for professional sports. Jackson State football has been a consistent driver in attendance, averaging the top attendance in FCS football since 2018. The Mississippi Veterans Memorial Stadium was voted the best NCAA Division I FCS stadium in the country in 2025. Okay. JSU legislative requests for a $19 million revamp the home of the Tigers since 1970. Minor repairs were made to the stadium press box in 2024, according to the report. The stadium, however, has not received major renovations since 1981, when the stadium capacity increased from 46,000 to 60,000 seats. New stadium plans. Johnson said that the proposed stadium project could cost roughly $250 million, with $40 million allocated from the state if House Bill 117 passes. This is an increase from the original projection of 120 million in 2022. Okay, so there it is. Oh, it would seat. Oh, wait, hold on. The proposed stadium would seat 30 to 35,000, so half of the size right now. So no more 50,000, 60,000, 70,000 football games, unless they can keep the vet. And then you just open up the vet. You use the vet for homecoming or the big games that you know. This I don't know, bro. Dang, Jackson State. Well, I feel like that's one of the things that really separated Jackson State was having so many that like such a large capacity. But on regular games where it is like a 40,000 attendance, like that's pretty good. It looks empty. So you have that. An open air and indoor stadium plan has been discussed, although they does not have the design plans. WLBT reached out to Jackson State for comment. Jackson State's average attendance last season was 28,000. Oh, so it went down. Oh, wow. Because before Dion, it was like 35,000 or 31,000. It was something in the 30s. That was before Dion. Johnson said the stadium will serve as a multi-purpose facility and could potentially include sharing some of the city of Jackson for events. Johnson said some of the main goals were to raise awareness and secure state funding for the stadium, whether it's to build or improve the current one. The deadline for reconsideration of the passage of the bill is February 26th. Regardless of the decision, Johnson said he would continue to push for a new stadium and renovations to the vet. All right, so there it is. Shouts out to WBL, WLBT. What do I want to say? What do I want to say? What do I want to say? What I say? That's a big stadium. Facts. I felt like there was something I wanted to say, but I forgot it. So instead, I'm just gonna keep it pushing. Keep it pushing. I literally forgot I had something to say, but I just forgot it. I forgot it. Sorry. Big Baller Brand, Big Baller Partnership. Here we go. I gotta reshare. Big Baller Partnership, man. Huh? What are we doing? This is Magley. She's the first African American woman to own a men's professional sports league in the USA. She owns the TBL, the basketball league. Oh, she owns the basketball league. I did not know that. So Magley owns. I did not know a woman owned the basketball league. I did not know that. Like when I seen this, I was just like, okay, it's just some league. Wait, hold on. This is not, huh? President. So, also that's his wife. So she and they put. I ain't gonna lie, that's kind of nasty framing, bro. That's nasty framing, twin. That's nasty framing, bro. So, so, but who owns it? Is it David, her partner, her husband, or is it Evelyn? Is it Dave? So Dave owns the league and he's married to the lady and he made his wife the co-CEO and now they're positioning she's the first black. That's nasty work. I thought it was gonna be a feel good. Anyways, we'll do this anyway.
Hey, I am so excited to announce our partnership with Big Baller Brand. That's right.
I
I
appreciate it,
said
man.
Big Baller Brand. Our values are about community, children, the future. Our values are the same because we think about and we love our families. We are excited to announce this with Big Baller Brand and TBL partnership because the time is now to do what you got to do. Do it! Hey, I am so excited.
Hey, shouts out on the partnership, man. Shouts out on the partnership. That is something though. That is something like that. That's hmm. That's something. It's like okay. All right. I feel like it's nasty, like positioning, bro. Like you kind of pimping out the whole black, you know what I'm saying? The whole black pride thing. Like, black people gonna want to support someone who's the first black woman to own a league in America and everything like that. Like, black people gonna run to that, especially in basketball, especially like Big Baller Brand. A part of the reason why the brand is so popular, like a large reason why I support the brand and stuff like that, is because it's black owned, LeVar and everything like that. And it's like, okay, we're gonna get our own instead of going outside and getting these Jordans, getting these Gucci's, getting these whatever the case might be, right? For the shoes. And so it's like, to see, okay, that works. Black people gonna get behind you, this or that. It's good for the optics. It's gonna but I just kind of disproved that. And one Google search is crazy. Like, they really playing with folks. You know what I mean? Like, I just stop playing with people, bro. Stop playing with folks, bro. Like, you really calling folks stupid. That's what I wanted to say. I remembered it. I'm gonna say this here on stream, man. I'm gonna say this here on stream, dog. And I guess I'll clip it or put this in my shorts or whatever. I'm gonna say this on stream though. Here we go. Hold on. Y'all ready for this announcement? It's an exclusive. This an exclusive right here. All right. And then I'm gonna post this on Twitter and everything like that tomorrow. But this is an exclusive. Y'all hearing this first for the first time right here on Rashad Milligan stream, bro. All right. This some hip hop stuff. Okay. I'm gonna share the screen. We're gonna do it like this. How we get this thing right. I'm gonna go. We're gonna do it like that. February 20th is when Currency and the Larry June project will be out. February 20th. It's some people, they didn't even know that Currency and Larry June was doing a project for real. They just seen them together and they seen them post pictures and they're like, oh, they must have something coming. I can confirm. I talked to Spitter last night. Currency, Larry June project will be out February 20th. Is Uncle Al producing the whole project? I don't know. Because Uncle Al and Currency, they've had their differences over the whole Freddie Gibbs joint. And Al was just showing his, loyalty to Gibbs. But yeah, that is coming out February 20th. They filmed 4 music videos for it. So all of that will be out later this month for Black History Month. Happy Black History Month. Yeah, Larry June, Currency. You heard it here first. You'll see it everywhere after this, but I just wanted to tell you first. So that's what I wanted to say. I was like, what did I want to say? I forgot what I wanted to say. That's what I wanted to say. So all the hip hop heads out there, I'm gonna clip that up and put that in the short and stuff like that, and y'all see it. But yeah, that's happening February 20th, man. Shout out Spitter. Appreciate you for telling me, brother. It's my first time meeting him too. It's a cool dude. Very cool dude. All right, cool. Let's get to this whole debacle, shall we? Or debacle. All right. Oh man. Okay. All right. This is Georgia Fort. This was the journalist who was detained at our home. And yeah, she's the journalist. But she was let go the same day, but it was just like, what the heck, from ICE in Minnesota. So yeah.
Do you want to wear my black boots?
You guys, I wanted to alert the public that agents are at my door right now. They're saying that they were able to go before a grand jury sometime, I guess, in the last 24 hours, and that they have a warrant for my arrest. I've talked to my attorney, and I'm being advised to go with them, I guess, down to Whipple. And my children are here. They're impacted by this. This is all stemming from the fact that I filmed a protest as a member of the media we are supposed to have our constitutional right of the freedom to film, to be a member of the press. I don't feel like I have my First Amendment right a few weeks ago. Again, I don't have a long time here, you guys, but I wanted you to know, for me, agents are at my door right now. My attorney has spoken.
The church protest, I think they said it was like they went over to a church. I don't know if they went into the sanctuary and then said something. Like I'll just look it up. I'll look it up.
With them. I did send a relative outside to talk to them. They're showing some type of documentation, apparently, that they got an indictment from a grand jury. I knew that I was on a defendant's list. I did not publish it because it was under seal. And so we've done everything that we can to try and abide by, you know, the advice of our attorneys. But right now, you guys, I wanted you to know I'm going to have to hop off here and surrender to agents as a member of the press. I filmed the church protest a few weeks ago, and now I'm being arrested for that. It's hard to understand how we have a constitution, constitutional rights, when you can just be arrested for being a member of the press. We've seen all these violations. All right, you guys, I gotta go. They're knocking.
Yep, she's coming right now.
Give me 1 second. All right, guys.
You want to?
That's crazy. Here's the video. Here's the video of the church protest. I gotta reshare. Panda. All right, here we go. Here's the video.
Renee Good! Renee Good! Renee Good! Renee Good! Renee Good! Don't shoot! 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 Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? Where are your people? Why are you not at Whipple every day fighting for the humanity, standing for our people? Where are you? You drink your coffee, you got your jewelry, you have your nice clothes, but what do you do? What do you do to stand for your Somali and Latino communities? You have no comment. Exactly. Say your name. Say your name. Renee Good. Renee Good. For freedom. We have a duty to fight for freedom. We have a duty to fight. We have a duty to fight. We must love and support one another.
I hear no cussing. I don't hear no cussing. They didn't. I didn't hear no cussing. I didn't hear anything disrespectful. It seemed like a regular protest. I mean, they interrupted the church service, but they challenging the people of God, right? If we the people of God, we supposed to love one another as we supposed to love others as we love our own, right? That's what we supposed to. That's what the words say. We supposed to go out and do the work into the world. This is a community work into the world. They challenging the church. Hey, participate. All hands on deck. Hey, it's humanity versus people who is against humanity here. And we supposed to be for humanity. We right in the church. We are believers. They didn't cuss. They didn't disrespect the house of God. I don't see a problem in it. Anyway, regardless, let me continue. Is another minute.
All these comfortable white people who are living lavish, comfortable lives while children are dragged into concentration camps. You're living real life, nice lives with your lattes, doing absolutely nothing for your Latino and Somali brothers and sisters. You come here to a man wearing a suit as a preacher. Did Jesus wear a suit? Did Jesus profit off the words?
Oh.
No, Jesus would die with ignorance. You do not touch me. Touch me again and see what happens.
Hey, you can't.
You are a fake Christian. Why are you not standing with your Somali and Latino communities? Why do I not see you out at Whipple every day protesting this attack on humanity? Where are you? You're sinners. You're pretending to be Christians. But we know you live an easy life, don't you? A very easy life while people are starving. Shame. Out now. Out now. Living real comfortable while the people starve. Living real comfortable while children are dragged into concentration camps. You're all living real comfortable, aren't you? Shame on you. Do something. Stand with the Somalis. Stand with the Latinos. Quit ignoring this injustice. No.
Slamming a door outside of a church is crazy. Drewski, he might have told a joke, but he ain't told no.
He wears a suit and tie, and he hangs out with Kristi Noem. How is that a Christian? You're supposed to accept all immigrants, are you not? Why are you not going down to Whipple and joining us in protest against this inhumanity? You claim to be a Christian. Act like one.
Yo, that's Noem, Minnesota. He said, y'all live so comfortably. I was like, nothing about that snow look comfortable, first of all. Second, man, regardless, whatever the case was, so first of all, like, there was nothing, I don't even think illegal done. Even if it was something like a journalist, bro, the job ain't, oh, legally, only record legal events with the supervised. No, bro, like, I think the best stuff that I filmed and the best stuff that I covered was stuff that was, you know what I mean, pushing the thing. The stuff that wasn't approved, everything like that, you know what I mean? Like some real stuff, bro. My favorite thing was Cop City, the Cop City Music Festival in Atlanta. So in Cop City in Atlanta, they were trying to build Cop City, right, in the forest. And to build it in the forest, they had to tear down all the trees in the forest. And then they was going to build up this big, you know, costly $300 million facility, and they built it to help train cops, and it was going to have a mock city there for cops to learn how to treat and handle quote unquote protests, right? That's why they call it Cop City. So there's a bunch of protesters camping out on the grounds in the forest every single day for months on end, and one of them passed away because one time the cops just randomly came in there, like the GBI, I believe it's GBI. If that's the wrong agency, I apologize. But one of the officer agencies in the state of Georgia came over and, you know, just roughened up their stuff. And one of them ended up not alive after that situation. So someone lost their life in it. And then it caused a wave of protests and just kind of almost riots and stuff like that in downtown Atlanta. After that, like a month or two later, they hosted this music festival on the grounds of where they were going to build the Cop City. So they had Zach Fox come out there, Alpha Records. Rory performed there. Shout out Rory, friend of the channel. Tony Snow performed out there. He wasn't on the bill, but he ended up performing because he was with Awful. Zach Fox. I already said Zach Fox. Father, Ethereal. Like they were all out there performing. And it was just a great thing to see, like people dancing, people protesting, people chanting, people, everything like that. Seeing Zach Fox out there, like at the, you know, kind of one of the climbs of his rise. He's already on Abbott Elementary. He's already on ABC at the time. We weren't supposed to be there. No one was supposed to be there. Like it was technically illegal and stuff, and trespassing and all of that stuff, because they needed the land to build Cop City. But these protesters wouldn't leave, like there were squatters on the land, so they wouldn't build it. And shouts out to everybody over there and stuff like that. Like I ain't even gonna say names because I ain't no snitch, but you know what I'm saying? Like that was awesome. That was awesome, dog. And that technically wasn't legal or whatever, but it turned out to be great footage, and it was a great story. You know what I mean? It's great footage. It was a great story. And I think that's what true journalism is, especially on the ground and stuff like that. You're showing the real and the raw of what American citizens are doing. I don't think there's anything wrong with this lady going with the protesters. The protesters tell her, hey, we're going to be here at this church and we're going to confront them, and you're welcome to come. All right, I'm going to set my camera up and watch y'all walk in and all that stuff and walk out. You going to arrest me for that? That's crazy. Like, folks was making it sound like the journalist was in the face and punching folks in the church and cussing God and church. They ain't do that. They were just doing their job. Ridiculous. That's ridiculous. This Georgia Ford. Someone posted this when she was arrested.
Remember all that energy for Jimmy Kimmel. Now look,
I'm gonna need all that same little protect the free press energy for Mario Garvera. I know you're wondering, who's Mario? He's an Emmy-winning journalist who's currently being detained and has been for more than 100 days. And not because he broke the law, but because he live streamed police at a protest in Atlanta. ICE detained him back in June and threatened to deport him to El Salvador, despite the fact that he has proper work authorization to be here. All the charges that were originally filed on Mario have been dropped. So everybody thought he would be released. Yeah, but no, they're still holding Mario. What happened to due process? Now, nearly 30 press freedom organizations are speaking out, calling his detention a blatant attack on the First Amendment. And they're right. Mario Garvera is the only journalist that I know of in the United States that's currently being detained in retaliation for his reporting. My question is, if America can rally together to get Jimmy back on air, why can't we rally together for journalists like Mario, whose rights deserve to be protected too? Because last time I checked, live streaming the truth is not a crime. And more importantly, free press should not be a right reserved exclusively for big mainstream companies. The
Fact.
rights of independent media have to be protected too.
Man, she's saying that. And she is speaking this for herself. Look at that foreshadowing. This is crazy, bro. This is crazy. This is a thing that's like really going on. You know what I mean? Like, it's just crazy, bro. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's sad. And the fact that it's becoming acceptable, because it all started. Remember where this started now. This started with 2015, 2014. Donald Trump's first run for the presidency, like they got somewhere. His first campaign run, they got somewhere for the presidency. He started saying fake news. He started attacking the media. He started painting media as the bad guy. Everybody could agree on both sides that they wanted to hate the media. And the media was so evil, and the media was so bad, and the media was this and that. And the media, yeah. There is some corruption within certain media and spots in media, especially with major corporations, 100%. But the type of fear mongering and this vilifying and everything, it was definitely over exaggerated, bro. Definitely over exaggerated. And because of that, everybody looked at the media as the enemy. So once you position the enemy, once you have, okay, this is the enemy, the media. Now you can justify when they get arrested, justify when they get treated poorly, justify when they get this, justify when they get fired. Like the kid that was laid off, right? Not the kid, he's older than me, but the dude that was laid off by Rolling Stone in the Rolling Stone layoffs at the end of the year, at the end of quarter four in 2025, and a bunch of barbs come in the comments like, "Oh, anyone who speaks against Nikki will never prosper. Now you broke, now you unemployed." And they were finding his family members and threatening his family members and stuff like that. That's insane. Andre G. Shouts out to Andre G. That's insane, bro. And attacks like that on members of the media, I feel like were only kind of the doors were open, the floodgates were open from Donald Trump in his first run of presidency of saying fake news and calling the media this and calling that. He vilified the media, and that opened the floodgates to all of this disrespect and just inhumane treatment, to keep it a buck, treatment of human beings doing community service, which is providing their communities, their audience with the news, what is going on, what is relevant on the ground. They are doing the work on the ground to provide what is happening to their communities and to their respective audiences for 100% of most of the time for a wage that is way below of the service and the value of what they're offering to society. Just like teachers and journalists, extremely underpaid. That's another story. But we're gonna keep it moving. Let's go to Philly, man. Let's go to Unrivaled Philly. Here's Tosh. She was asked about the CBA. Let's see what she said.
We're not worried as the players. If I'm gonna be like frank and honest and transparent, we're not worried. All the power is in our hands. We have never had a moment like this where there's been so much momentum, where there's been so much investment, demand of our sports. And I'm just kind of like upset, frustrated, all of us. And in a lot of ways, just like disgusted with the W and how they're handling this and their lack of value, their lack of worth for us, their lack of even trying to attempt to move the needle with us. Like, we know what is on the horizon. We know in 2 years our TV deal is up and there's a new TV deal that's going to come that they're not even putting on the table for us. The percentages, if we actually told you the percentages of what they're giving, that they're like sending to us, it would absolutely piss y'all off. So like, just know when we are standing firm in our
bro, the media said, ooh. Love a good t-shirt, Sean.
our feet and 10 toes down, there is a reason, and we will not move until y'all move. So I'm gonna look directly into the camera too. We will not fucking move until y'all move. And it would be the worst business decision of any business to not literally pay the players that make your business go. Without us, there is no W season. So the pressure is on the WNBA, on Kathy, on Adam, on everyone that is in that front office. Do your job.
She going in, won't it? They said they got to stop putting a microphone in front of every player to talk about the CBA. It damages the PA over and over, the Players Association over and over. What do you mean? Furthermore, the women have to be smart enough to not talk every chance they get about it. Exactly. It's just all complaints now. What you mean? They're at the negotiation table. What are you talking about? They're at the negotiation table. We ain't talking about no respectability politics. Respectability politics went out the window 3 years ago. We at the negotiation table. It's business. It's not personal. It's business. Ain't that what y'all say? It's not personal. It's business. So keep doing the business, man. We rocking with the players. We with the people, man. What are we talking about right now? Tierra Whack recognizes Owen Penn. Shout out Owen. Hold on. Let me reshare this, John. They need to watch what they say. Well, watch what they say. We negotiating for our money, for our livelihood right now. That's how we pay the bills. You talking about we need to watch what we say. Man, how about you watch what you say? Just because you ain't negotiate what you worth at your job don't mean that everybody else need to quiet themselves down at their job. Man, come on, bro. Get on somewhere, bro.
Until next time. Oh my God! Oh my God!
What did it say? Oh, what did it say? I was adopted by Tierra Whack.
And it's ashy too. Like you didn't wear it just for tonight. What?
She said it's Ashley too. Like you didn't wear this just for tonight. That's funny.
Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here.
She picked up on Penn.
Oh my God. I haven't seen this hoodie in a long time.
I know this is the old one.
Chat, drop some fly emails right now. He's wearing OG Whack merch. Yo, we live on Twitch. Tell him your name.
I'm Owen.
Owen. Yeah. Let's go, O. Slide the O's in the chat, y'all. Yo, this is crazy, Owen. What? This is crazy. Let's go. They're going crazy. They love you.
Oh my vegetable.
Yo, thank you. Oh, yo, fire. Owen, I love you. Thank you.
I love you too.
I appreciate you. Yes. Have a good night. Let me know if you need anything.
This happened last night at Unrivaled in Philly, and I'm not sure if I'll ever be able to top it. I eat all my vegetable. I did. Loading on my vegetable. I did. I eat all my vegetable. They wanna rob me. You can't deny me. They can't define me. I don't need nobody. Shout out to Tierra White. Eating all the fruits and eating of all on my body. First time I've seen a founder break down the Super Bowl. Let's try this once again. The economics of a Super Bowl ad. In 2026, Roe is running our first Super Bowl ad. Oh my gosh, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I don't want to ruin my chances of getting a deal with Roe, but I'm tired of seeing Roe ads, bro. I feel like I've been seeing nothing but Roe ads ever since Charles Barkley shouted them out on Inside the NBA. It's been nothing but Roe ads after that. Just Roe. The men, get your testosterone back. Roe. Man, bro, I am tired. How about that? Roe is running our first Super Bowl ad. It will feature Serena Williams and her amazing journey on Roe, her weight loss, her improved blood sugar levels. Well, I ain't gonna lie, that's some good stuff. Her reduction in knee pain and overall improvement in health. Oh, I ain't gonna lie, that sounds good. Hey, yeah. There's up, Sherrod. the news with friends and family, the first question they ask is Serena is cool in person? The answer is unequivocally yes. And is how much did it cost? Excuse me. $233,000 per second minimum for airtime, excluding all other costs. When you first hear that the Super Bowl ad costs at least $233,000 per second, it's completely unreasonable to pause and question whether that could ever be a good use of money. On its face, the price sounds extravagant, even irrational, and without context, it often is. But once you break down the economics, the decision starts to look very different. The Super Bowl is not just another media bout. It's a uniquely concentrated moment where attention, scale, and cultural relevance align in a way that doesn't exist anywhere else in the media landscape. That alone changes the calculus. This leads us to a fascinating discussion on the economics behind DTC advertising, brand building, and the production of the spot. After having a conversation a few times, my co-founder, Saman, and I thought that it would be helpful to put down a breakdown on how we could both thought about the economics and making of our Super Bowl ad. To check out the making of Rose Super Bowl ad, head over to my co-founder Saman's post here. Of course, some brands will approach it differently, but I think that this could be very helpful example for the next row that is considering running their first Super Bowl ad. Let's dive in. What makes Super Bowl ads so unique? Ads are a part of the product. For most advertising, it's an interruption. Viewers want to get back to the product, a TV show, a sporting event, or even access to the Wi-Fi on the plane. Even the best ads are still something that you tolerate on your way back to the content that you actually want. There's exactly one moment each year when the sentence of the advertisers and viewers are perfectly aligned. For a few hours on Sunday night in February, more than 100 million people sit down and are excited to watch an ad. They aren't scrolling TikTok. They aren't going to the bathroom. They are actively watching ... ads. People rank Super Bowl ads. They rewatch them. They critique them. They talk about them at work the next day. The Today Show plays them. During the show is content, not as ads. That alone makes the Super Bowl fundamentally different from every other media moment in the year. It's an opportunity unlike any other to capture the hearts and minds of potential and sometimes existing customers. Opportunity to compress time. No single commercial builds a brand. Advertising alone doesn't create a brand. The best brands are built over time. They are built by the combination of the company making a promise to the customer, an advertisement, and then delivering on that promise time and time again, the product. Commercials are one way to make that promise. They share the world of what you built and why you think that you could add value to their life. To make them, quote unquote, aware of what you do, this takes time. This takes repetition. This often takes multiple touch points. Again, this is the first takeaway about people paying attention is so important. They might need fewer touch points if they are, quote unquote, actively watching. The Super Bowl can compress time it takes for people to be, quote unquote, aware of your brand. Of course, you still have to deliver on a promise with a great product, but in one night, you can move from a brand most people have never heard about to one that your mom is texting you about. There is no other single marketing opportunity that can accomplish this. With today's algorithms, even what goes quote unquote viral might only be in your bubble. During the Super Bowl, we all share the same bubble. Ooh, they talking. The NFL accounted for 84 of the top 100 televised events in 2025, including college football. It was 92. The NFL and maybe Taylor Swift are the only remaining moments of the dwindling monoculture. That's facts. Last but not least, the Super Bowl is the only important moment where you can speak to 100 million people at the same time. In 30 seconds, you can reach an audience that will otherwise take years. This is what makes it mean to compress time. There's an asymmetric upside. While the decision to run a Super Bowl commercial is not for every company, for the universe of the companies for which running an ad could make sense, the financial risk profile is misunderstood. This is not moonshot. This is a portfolio decision with a cap downside and an asymmetric upside. Imagine you're a company and you're spending 9 figures annually on marketing. The Super Bowl ad is a single digit percentage of what you spend. We'll get into the exact math to break down the cost of an ad, but let's just see a rough $10 million here to illustrative purposes. Here we go. And you'll spend 900 million, 1.11%. At worst, if an ad absolutely does nothing to help your company, literally zero, it decreases the efficiency of your entire marketing budget by 1 to 5%. Again, this is rough, heavy, hand wavy math here. I'm not doing it to emphasize that the financial downside is fairly capped, but the upside is relatively uncapped. A great Super Bowl ad can, one, increase brand awareness and compress years of advertising, two, drive immediate customer acquisition, and three, drive efficiency and future advertising. The last point, drive efficiency in future advertising, is where there's a large part of asymmetric upside can come from. Increased brand awareness and affinity can increase the efficiency of all the future forms of advertising, TV, social, search, audio, etc. What if it made a company's feature to spend 2%, 5%, even 10% more efficient? What if it had the impact on the next 3 months? What about the 6 months or a year? Which brings us to the real work. We've set up this moment. It's so unique from an advertising perspective. But what needs to be true for that unique moment? Is it worth the investment? Is to understand that this makes sense. Let's look at the full cost, how successfully it's actually measured, and the math required to be a good decision. What is the full cost? The fully cost, loaded cost of a Super Bowl ad varies by initial ad cost, production cost, accompanying ads requirements. For the purpose of this discussion, we'll exclude internal technical resources devoted to scaling our platform infrastructure for the Super Bowl. Initial ad cost. On average, every 30 seconds of advertising time in the Super Bowl costs $7 million to $10 million. This can increase with the supply-demand dynamics. For example, later in the year, you buy an ad, the more expensive it can be. Inventory decreases. The location of the spot of the game can impact the price that someone is willing to pay. Given that viewership in the Super Bowl is not even across the duration of the game, premiums can be a requirement and key spots early in the game or adjacent at the beginning of halftime when viewership is often at the highest. If a brand wishes to have category exclusivity to only be the only beer brand advertising in the game, that will come at a premium. First time or one off Super Bowl advertisers may pay higher rates than large brands who are buying multiple spots or have a substantial book of business with the broadcasting network. No, if companies run a 60-second ad, they will have to pay at least 2 times the 30-second ad rate and even pay a premium. There's typically no quote unquote bulk discount. There's no shortage of demand. Any company that wants to pay for 60 seconds needs to buy 2 slots because, wow, the second 30-second slot can easily be sold at full price to another company. Production costs. A high level or level rule of thumb for production costs relative to ad is to allocate 10 to 20% of your media budget towards production. The Super Bowl, however, usually breaks the rubric for a myriad of reasons. A typical Super Bowl ad could cost $1 million to $4 million to produce, excluding celebrity talent. Example, Kanye West Super Bowl advertisement that he did on his iPhone, and he said, "Hey, my name is Ye. Yeezy has some new products in. I spent all the money on buying this spot. Please go to Yeezy.com and get some products." And then he sold like a gazillion dollars the next day. He's a celebrity talent, so he can do that. Everybody can do that because everybody's CEO isn't as famous as Kanye West is. This cost bucket would cover studio and site costs, equipment, production staff, travel, non-celebrity celebrity talent, director fees, and post-production editing and sound services. Again, this is a range based on the conversations I've had with companies that have run several Super Bowl ads. Generally speaking, the caliber of production required to execute a Super Bowl spot, typically with celeb talent, will lead to higher costs than the standard run-of-the-mill TV production. I expect this to go down over with the time of AI. Boo! These are some historic examples of when production cost was likely far less. Coinbase QR code. Last year, 63% of all Super Bowl ads included celebrities. There are a variety of factors that will influence the cost of talent. How well known and trusted is a celebrity? How many celebrities are included? What's the product? Crypto ads might now have a risk premium attached after the FTX. What are you asking them to do or say in this ad? Furrow, our partnership with Serena stems from far beyond one commercial. It's a larger multi-year partnership to share her incredible journey over time. From a pure cost perspective, we assign a part of the deal to the production costs to keep ourselves intellectually honest. Based on 10 plus interviews with other brands who have advertised in the big game, talent of the Super Bowl range ads from $1 million to $5 million. Of course, there are outliers. Accompanying ad or GGA, accompanying ad spend requirements. In addition to buying the ad itself, for every 30-second slot you purchase, you are generally required to commit to spending an equivalent amount on other programs broadcast by that network. So if you're purchasing $7 to $10 million 30-second Super Bowl ad, you also need to spend another $7 to $10 million on media on that same broadcast network. In conjunction with our Super Bowl buy, we'll also have an advertising presence within the 2026 Winter Olympics on NBC. Oh, some money. 30-second ad could cost $7 to $10 million. Production $1 to $4 million. Talent $1 to $5 million. Total Super Bowl $9 to $19 million. Additional media spent $7 to $10 million. Total media and production spent $16 to $29 million. Goodness gracious. So now we have the cost. How do we measure the success? How do we measure the ROI? How do you measure success? The value of a brand of a customer can generally be distilled down to two parts. Quote, one, an association with the set of values, privacy, craftsmanship, the environment, status, wealth. And two, the reduction in uncertainty, the trust that the company will deliver on the promises it makes. The value of a brand of a company must show in some fashion to a company's financials. Otherwise, the company's brand does not have quote unquote value. Brand awareness is not necessarily brand value. A lot of people know and run. The way the economic value of a brand typically shows up is in one or a combination of the following: lower customer acquisition costs, CAC, through more efficient ad spending or word of mouth. Premium pitch lower. There are two identical products, but people are willing to pay more than one because of the brand, and the brand is driving additionally lifetime value, loyalty, and retention. Holding all else equal, if a customer stays with the company longer because of its brand, that brand is driving additional LTV. Again, one ad airing alone will not build a brand. One ad can't make a great product of its own. However, that ad can make the promise that a product lives up to day after day, year after year, decade after decade. That's how great brands get built. Of these three value drivers, the one that the Super Bowl commercial can mostly influence is the customer acquisition cost. It can do that by driving signups directly, creating an ad that over 100 million Americans watch, with some percentage of them finding value in the product and going to sign up 7-day window. Driving word of mouth. Man, my mouth's getting dry. Speaking of word of mouth, creating word of mouth from an ad that increases the exposure of your brand and product, the more potential customers see it and purchase the product. Planting a seed, making yourself known to someone who might not have known and ready to purchase the product at the moment that they could, but they could in the future. This is where Super Bowl ads can potentially make the future advertising more efficient, even for those who don't directly purchase a product within the narrow time frame, within a week of seeing the ad. Think about buying a car. So how do we think about measuring the financial impact of an ad in the short and long term? Short term, it's about tracking the conversion funnel from the beginning and to the end across all touch points. Traffic spike from the ad itself. Immediate. One benefit of linear TV media is that impressions are concentrated, which makes measuring the immediate traffic lift of the large TV spot quite straightforward. We have the understanding of normal response rate ranges, the rate of which the impression translates to the site visit from previous TV spots. So we'll know the strength of the response and the immediate traffic spike within a few minutes of our TV spot airing. Trailing. On top of the immediate spike, we're always refining our mathematical models on quote unquote the drag factor that we can all apply to the business impact beyond these first minutes and through the first week post airing. We refine this understanding with the secondary data points from the surveys, statistical modeling, and holdout structures. Contemplating ad. Treating the Super Bowl spot as a standalone ad would leave value on the table. Instead, we constructed a multi-channel campaign where our marketing worked together to amplify the brand voice and drive resonance. This broader campaign includes, quote unquote, social. Our ads reinforce the narrative from our Super Bowl ad to help engage. That's so much dang money. They saying the Super Bowl ad ain't enough. So we need to dominate social, search, CRM, OHH, TV, and the power. Man, that's a lot of money. It's already $29 million just to get it on TV. Reinforce the narrative of our Super Bowl ad to help engage and re-engage patients who may be moving down from the top of the funnel and considering role. Search will ensure our valuable real estate so that potential patients can easily find Row. CRM will communicate with patients who engage with Row via our own channels such as email, allowing us to go into greater depth around how Row can help support their health goals. Potential patients will watch our ad on Sunday night and then be reminded on the campaign of the commutes the next week out of home ads in major U.S. markets. A batch of 6 complimentary TV creatives that will also launch immediately following the Super Bowl Sunday. These ads are consistent with the on-road creative direction of our Super Bowl spot as they share powerful health journeys of real world members. The power of an ad with 100 million reach that is impacted that can trickle down to broader marketing efforts. The Super Bowl ad drives a leap in awareness that is an immediate catalyst for performance improvements across the channel. An example of this to drive home is the value of a standalone out of home ad impression that is X likelihood that this person will decide to sign up for Row. We believe that the likelihood is greater than X if that person who had just watched the Super Bowl ad the evening prior. So they're saying they're just playing it in your brain, just constantly staying on your mind. Like I said, I've been seeing nothing but Row ever since Charles Barkley shouted out on Inside the NBA. So they're doing a great job of it. And then, Row, if you want to work with me, I mean, hey, you know what I'm saying? They really, it'll cost less than $29 million. Overall funnel, zooming out from the moment that our Super Bowl ads airs throughout the rollout of the complementary campaign elements, we will track the entire funnel from the beginning to the end. I'll save people from the DTC to metric diatribe. We'll track the traditional funnel metrics. This allows us to see the impact of a Super Bowl ad and over time, holding as much as a constant as possible. Of course, there will always be co-founding variables. This is only the middle of it. No, bro. This is only the okay. All right. I was like, bro, that's only the middle of it. It was comments. Where we at? Objective. We're going to funnel the input and overall customer acquisition costs over the short term and long term. In addition, over the long term, we'll add the market share as a key indicator. For market share specifically, we'll rely on credit card data, insurance claims data, and other publicly third-party sources, earning reports. Row is the leading provider in the branded GLP-1s in the country. Importantly, the leadership has been driven more by the product performance than it is brand awareness. In other words, our market share has been outpaced our brand equity. The Row brand itself is only 3 years old, but the Row platform, the technology that powers everything from the diagnosis of a treatment delivery to ongoing care, is nearly 9 years old. Over that time, we've demonstrated health outcomes that match clinical trials for both weight loss and safety, as well as improvements and key biomarkers. Read more here and there. By optimizing end-to-end product experience first, we were able to capture market share before reaching full customer awareness. This dynamic, strong real-world performance paired with underdeveloped brand awareness is rare. It's also exactly why the scenario or where investing in a brand has outsized return, which could be one of the reasons we felt comfortable in making our first Super Bowl investment. Subjective. In addition to analyzing first-party performance metrics and third-party data on market share, we use research measurement to attempt to quantify how brand is or isn't sticking on people's minds. This research isn't a replacement for behavioral or market outcomes. It's a complement that can provide earlier signals on whether consumers remember Row, recognize Row, trust Row, associate Row with the right message over time. The primary tool that we're using here is brand tracking surveys. Brand tracking surveys are the foundation of the research measurement, providing the earliest and most direct read on shifts in consumer perception and memory. Core metrics: aided and unaided brand awareness. Our primary focus here is on aided and unaided awareness. These metrics are considered as the leading factors of campaign success. Early evidence of that Row is becoming more salient with our target market. While survey metrics are imperfect by nature and subject to recall bias, they remain the best standardized tool for tracking longitude project progress and brand mindshare, methodology, and robustness. We use different tools to maintain continuous pulse on the market. We are consistently in the field every day of the year, surveying a random sample of respondents monthly. This sample is meticulously mapped out over the course of the U.S. Census within our target to ensure the demographic representatives. To ensure statistical stability and meaningful trend analysis, which looks like just retired Black athletes. with you got Serena and you got Charles Barkley. Anyway, we analyze the awareness based on a rolling 90-day window. This robust sample size within a 90-day period allows us to confidently examine not only the overall awareness within our defined target market, but also to perform deep dives into awareness shifts within specific demographic groups that matter the most for our growth. Secondary metrics: to gain a richer, more diagnostic understanding From our campaigns metrics, we also monitor secondary metrics. Most relevant to the Super Bowl are brand activity, brand activity recall. This helps us gauge how they are hearing us, specifically the association with major initiative like the celebrity endorsement, like Serena Williams versus general product or performance campaigns. Source of awareness. This is critical for people understanding where they're hearing about Roe. Word of mouth, earned media, paid media, direct response channels. This math needs to be true for this to work. At this point, we've laid out why the Super Bowl is unique advertising promo, what fully costs. This is $1 million worth of game, by the way. What fully loaded cost of site, how we think about measuring success in the short and long term, literally $1 million game. Now comes the real question. What actually needs to be true numerically for a Super Bowl ad to be a good decision? To answer that, we break down the math in two parts. Short-term impact, immediate customer acquisition, and long-term impact, improve efficiency on the. This is marketing, by the way. Doing this big thing and then having Serena Williams' husband tweet it out is market. It's all part of the play. Me reading this thing for 30 minutes about them spending $30 million on a Super Bowl ad and putting money around that ad and putting more ads about the ad. Doing advertisements about an ad is crazy, first of all. But it's what they say to maximize this return that they're going to have from the Super Bowl. This is all part of the marketing, bro. But hey, they're giving me free game, so we might as well keep going. Oh, yeah, this free game right here. Improved efficiency of the future marketing spend. Importantly, these are not mutually exclusive. In practice, they reinforce one another, but separating them makes the economics easier to reason about. Short-term math, immediate customer acquisition. To make this math concrete, we'll start with a simplified assumption. Let's assume that the fully loaded cost of $10 million for a 30-second Super Bowl ad. In reality, capturing the demand immediately after the ad also requires incremental spend in other channels, search, social, CRM, and retargeting to catch the interest of the Super Bowl it creates. To account for that, we'll assume a total short-term cost of $12.5 million. Different companies define efficiency differently. Some targets an X-year payback, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Some comfortably acquiring customers within a marginal CAC equals terminal LTV. Rather than debate philosophy, we'll anchor on the CAC targets since every company has one. Below on the table shows how many incremental customers you'll need to acquire directly from the Super Bowl moment to hit the various CAC targets. Note directly, quote unquote, is in quotes because many customers won't type your URL immediately. They may search, click a paid ad, convert days later, but the conversions are still economically downstream of the Super Bowl exposure. This is more relevant for the products that are immediately searchable. Someone is unlikely to buy life insurance or a car on their phone during the game. Imagine you run a company that has a customer acquisition target of X amount of dollars. If your CAC target is $500, the ad will need to generate 25,000 incremental visitors, roughly 250 customers per 1 million viewers, to pay for itself purely on a short-term acquisition. We don't think of most companies that run a Super Bowl ad because they expect it to fully pay off for itself this way. This table exists to make one point clear. The numbers are required for short-term break are not even absurdly large. Long-term math, efficiency compounding. The more interesting math, and the more often more important happens over time. For long-term analysis, we'll look at this 12-month time horizon. This is slightly conservative, but it provides a clean frame. The question that we're asking is, what if a Super Bowl ad increases the efficiency of a future marketing spend by a small amount? Let's imagine a company's annual ad spend, and it's estimate that the Super Bowl increases efficiency that it spends by 1%, 3%, 5%, and 10%. As discussed, they've in a variety of ways. Decrease the cost of traffic through higher performing ads, increase word of mouth, et cetera, et cetera. Two things jump out immediately. The larger the marketing budget, the smaller the efficiency gain is required for the Super Bowl ad to pay for itself. Very modest percentage improvements can translate into meaningful dollar impact. For every company spending $500 million annually on marketing, a 2% improvement in sustained over year effectively covers the full cost of a Super Bowl ad without counting any short-term acquisition of it all, combining short-term and long-term. In reality, the economics don't operate in isolation. Ads that drive short-term acquisition often also improve long-term efficiency and long-term brand gains often show first as improved short-term performance. When you combine the two, the bar for success is meaningfully lower. For example, a company with $500 million marketing budget and a $500 CAC target that could view Super Bowl ads as efficient with a 1% improvement in marketing efficiency over 12 months and a 12,500 incremental customers acquired in short term. That is roughly 125 customers per million viewers, well below the threshold required for a short term break alone. And again, a 1 year horizon conservative, brand driven efficiency often persists longer than 12 months. Cap downside, very high upside. When you put all of this together, the risk profile of a Super Bowl ad becomes much clearer. On the downside, the financial risk is meaningfully capped. Even in a scenario where the ad underperforms and it only recovers roughly half the cost, the impact of the overall marketing program is relatively modest. For most large advertisers, this would translate into approximately 0.5 to 2.5 decrease in annual marketing efficiency. Depending on the size of the company's total marketing budget, in absolute terms, the downside might look like $5 to $7 million loss over the course of a year. Not insignificant, but also not existential for companies operating at this scale. Rowe has battle tested advertising during NFL games over the last several years: pre-kick, in-game, post-kick, regular season, playoffs, championship games, Monday nights, Thursday nights, etc. The upside, however, is far less bounded. If the ad season's improving in brand awareness, trust, and understanding in a way that is meaningfully increases the efficiency of future marketing spend, those gains can compound quickly. Because the value scales and total marketing budget, even small percentage improvements can translate into tens of millions of dollars in incremental value. In stronger scenarios where the efficiency gains persist and reinforce future campaigns, the upside can reach $50 million, $75 million, or even $100 million or more over time. The asymmetry is why we think about a Super Bowl ad not as a moonshot, but as a portfolio decision. The downside is known and capped. The upside is uncertainty, but potential is very large. When evaluated this way, and when paired with a product and the story that can genuinely resonate on scale, the investment starts to look less like a gamble and more like a calculated bet with highly favorable risk reward profile. So, is it worth it? What makes the investment rational isn't the hope that everything goes perfectly. It's the structure of the bet itself. The downside is relatively capped, particularly for companies already spending hundreds of millions of dollars annually on marketing. Even meaningful underperformance typically results in a modest 1 year efficiency hit. The upside, on the other hand, is driven by compounding effects, increased brand awareness, improved trust, higher performing feature advertising, which can scale dramatically over time. When you look at the math this way, a Super Bowl ad is far closer to a calculated portfolio bet than a moonshot. The investment should not be judged on a short-term attribution alone, nor should it be evaluated as a standalone channel. Its value comes from a combination of immediate customer acquisition, increased efficiency in future marketing spend, and longer-term brand gains, reduction in CAC, price lower reduction. When those effects are combined, the bar for success becomes far more achievable across a wide range of business models. And more importantly, the larger the company overall marketing budget is, the lower the relative risk of making an investment. This is why year after year, companies continue to buy Super Bowl ads, even as prices rises. Whenever business repeatedly allocate capital to something that looks expensive on the surface, there's usually sound math underneath it. So why did Rowe decide to plunge this year? When thinking about whether you take a plunge, you can drive yourself spreadsheet nuts before you write a $20 million check ad production, accompanying ad spend for an extremely concentrated ad buy. Then you can analyze the numbers, model it out, and see that the math could math. A lot of growth in marketing is pure quote unquote moneyball. Rigor matters, discipline matters, moneyball matters. But remember that the Oakland A's never won a World Series title with moneyball alone. The Dodgers, still running math, decided to pay up with the best and dominated. At the time, people often miss the X factor. They underestimate the tail end of the exponential curve. Every enduring company eventually reaches moments like this, moments where input finally lines up. We felt it was the best time for Rowe. It's Rowe's times. We're not testing an idea. We're scaling something that has helped millions of people already. We have a product that is worth telling the world about. While Rowe brand is only a few years old, we've obsessed over making it as convenient as possible for patients to achieve their health goals for nearly a decade. A patient can go from a diagnosis to delivery in less than 48 hours. They can see an ad for GLP-1 on Sunday night during the Super Bowl have a doctor review and their medical information. And if a doctor determines that it is appropriate, get their meds prescribed and shipped to take the first dose by Tuesday. The GLP-1 market is highly underserved and the largest consumer health market of our lifetimes. The majority of the people watching the Super Bowl will be eligible for our product. A new form factor is GLP-1, a Wegovy pill we just released in January at a starting dose of $149, down from the price of $1,300 plus just 18 months ago. Goodness gracious. Last but not least, we have Serena Williams, the GOAT, one of the greatest athletes to ever walk the face of the earth, sharing her journey on road. And that is why it's had a profound impact on our life. A story lived by millions of people. The opportunity to create the moment that gives people permission to seek out the best health care for them. There will never be a spreadsheet cell that tells you that it's quote unquote time. There's just a moment when the math is good enough. The upside is asymmetric, and your gut, earned through years of building, says go. Sometimes you just have to grip it and rip it. We felt like it was worth the swing, and most importantly, we hope that you enjoy the ad and the game. Here's the link to the commercial. Disclosure: Williams' husband is an investor in Roe and serves on the board. I did it, bro. I can't believe it, bro. Thank you, man. Clap in the comments, man. Clap in the comments, man. Stop playing with me, bro. Stop playing with me, twin. Hold on, let me get some water. Gatorade. Shout out Safari. This water though, but Gatorade. Shout out Safari. Championship season, baby. Goodness gracious. Let me see the comment. To check out the making of Rose ad, head over to no, we ain't doing that, twin. All right, next, bro. Next, that's $1 million worth of game. That's $1 billion worth of game. Oh, man. Here we go. We've come to part 2. Stephen Curry. Your time has come. NBA star Stephen Curry's ties to Israeli intelligence has been exposed. The league's all-time three-point leader has begun quietly pouring tens of millions into tech ventures owned and operated by Israeli spies. Here we go. The Gray Zone, the same people who reported on Desi Banks. Less than 3 years after being named the NBA's 2023 Kareem Abdul-Jabbar social justice champion. Oh no, don't do that. The league's all-time three-point leader has began quietly pouring tens of millions into tech ventures owned and operated by Israeli spies. Goodness gracious. American basketball star Stephen Curry is investing in tech startups run by former IDF operatives who are integral in building Israel's digital architecture of apartheid and an eye. Curry, considered one of the sport's all-time greats who positions himself as an advocate for social justice, has invested in the companies both run and staffed by former Israeli spies through his venture capital firm, Penny Jar Capital. Curry has made these investments alongside Israeli venture capital firms, which are deeply embedded in Israel's intelligence establishment, and American venture capital firms connected to Zionist lobby. Zephyrin Security, which Curry's firm backed $30 million in funding round in 2024, is ran by Shanaz Yashar, an Iranian raised in Tehran, who was recruited by a teenager by Israel and spent 15 years as a spy within Unit. Oh my goodness, 82. They got the details. The arm of the IDF, which intercepts and hacks the communications. Her time at IDF encompasses numerous on Gaza, including the 2014 bombardment of the territory, which unalived over 2,200 Palestinians, and the 2018-2019 March of Return, which saw Israeli snipers unalive hundreds, deliberately maimed thousands. Yashar's co-founders at the cybersecurity startup Ben Sheri and Sneer Havdalah have also had former Israeli intelligence officers. Havdalah served for a decade, Unit 1800, while Siri served on Unit 81, which focus on building offensive cyber weapons that Israel uses against the Palestinians, Iran, and other. Yashir, Yari, Sahari, and Havdalah have all rewarded their prizes for their IDF work. Curry has invested in Safar Safran alongside the U.S. Venture capital firm Sequoia Capital, whose partner Sean McGuire is a pro-Israel fanatic and a racist. Ooh. McGuire organized Starlink access for IDF and has spent 2 years making racist comments about Muslims, and in December falsely accused a Palestinian of a mass shooting at Brown University. Sequoia is a lead investor of Safran and has investments in more than 60 other Israeli tech companies founded by ex-IDF. Curry also invested in Safran alongside another U.S. venture firm, Minio Ventures, and Israeli firm CyberStarts. Menlo has numerous investments in Israel and last year partnered Mark Siegel on a trip to Israel and in comments which reveal why so many U.S. venture firms invest in Israel, that quote-unquote Israeli tech ecosystems is critical to Israel's survival, and that he sees it as quote-unquote almost a duty to the Jew to make sure the ecosystem continues to thrive. Curry's other co-investor in Zafran, CyberStarts, was co-founded by Gili Ranan, a senior figure in Israeli military intelligence establishment. Ranan spent 15 years in Unit 1800 and was awarded one of Israel's top prizes in IDF veterans, the Presidential Defense Prize, for his role in creating Israel's apartheid infrastructure. Upwind, the other Israeli cyber company financially backed by Curry, is a cloud security startup. Upwind, founded by Amaran Shakar, Lavri Furnham, and Liran Polak, all who met while serving in IDF's MAMRAM unit. MAMRAM is computing arm which builds and maintains all the software for the Israeli military, through which all the signals intelligence is processed. Shortly after founding the firm, the three former MAMRAM agents hired Chief Operating Officer Tamer Hadassi, a Unit 8200 veteran. In October 2023, LinkedIn post Upwind and said so many of their team in Israel have been drafted as reservists to participate in the in Gaza. In LinkedIn this year, Upwind CEO Shashar posted a picture of himself with Curry. Oh man. Curry's Penny Job Capital first invested in Upwind in 2023 when the Israeli company raised $50 million. And earlier this week, Penny Jar participated in a much larger funding round of $250 million alongside Silicon Valley-based Bessemer Partners. The partner at Bessemer, who led the investment in Upwind, is Adam Fisher, a joint U.S. Israeli citizen who called Israel to quote-unquote pound Gaza with the unprecedented response after October 7th. Fisher also collaborated with the IDF, denied the scale of unalivings in Gaza, and made numerous racist statements on social media. One of the biggest investors in Upwind is Greylock Partners, which last year appointed the Unit 1800 veteran Mor Chin to lead Israel investments. Chin had previously heard of the 1800 Accelerator, a special Israeli government-funded unit responsible for converting Unit 8200 apartheid technologies into commercially viable products. Both Zafran and Upwind are headquartered in the U.S. and R&D operations in Israel. The majority of the staff at both firms, according to their LinkedIn bios, have served in the Israeli military intelligence. Caspi and Zionism 2.0. Curry is also invested. Oh no. Curry's also invested in Upwind alongside his former Golden State Warriors teammate Omri Caspi, an Israeli basketball player who, after retirement, founded a venture capital firm to invest in Israeli startups and an IDF spinouts. Caspi's firm has also received investment from the Sequoia Capital. Caspi, who has said his goal is to help build quote-unquote Zionism 2.0, organized Elon Musk's visit to Israel in November 2023, where he met with Netanyahu, the Israel president, and has been a vocal cheerleader for Israel's of Gaza. While Curry has never said anything about the in Gaza, in 2023, his wife, Aisha has posted a donation appeal from the Palestinian Children's Relief Fund to her 7.8 million followers. And while he's been silent over Gaza, Curry has modeled himself as an advocate for equality and justice, speaking up over racism and joining numerous NBA and other social justice projects. He is also a vocal supporter of the Democratic Party and acted as a co-chair for a Michelle Obama voting initiative. Curry also responded to the unaliving of Alex Pretty by saying that it was quote unquote beautiful to see so many people protesting in response. Yet when it comes to Israel, Curry, like so many celebrities who align themselves with pro-social causes, align his politics and his financials with racism, apartheid, and mass unalivings. He may feign rhetorical support from the anti-ICE protesters, but he aligns himself materially with the military that trains the ICE and Border Patrol agents who unalive U.S. citizens, a cultural influencer. Curry's financial backing for Israeli security state spinouts has not gone unnoticed in Tel Aviv. Show faith by works in Israeli propaganda and intelligence operation targeting U.S. churchgoers with pro-Israel, anti-Palestine messaging. Last year listed Curry as a celebrity who could be hired to reproduce pro-Israeli messages. Curry's investments demonstrate how Israel's security establishment co-ops high-profile cultural influencers to provide the country and its military-derived technology with legitimacy. Investing in the digital creators of apartheid and UNRWA helps normalize Israel, the IDF, and the horrors that it inflicts daily on Palestinians. Zionists know this very well, which is why billions in U.S. venture capital flows to Israeli technologies and their IDF founders every year. Now, Curry, despite his condemnations of racism and grandstanding as an advocate of social justice, is teaming up with open racists to invest in technologies derived from apartheid and UNRWA. Curry's investments also help bring Israeli intelligence deeper into the digital fabric of the U.S. with Zafran and Upwine software used by multiple Fortune 500 companies. And in a recent post, Upwine founder Shashar said that the company will soon be added to the U.S. government's list of certified cybersecurity providers. Given that Israel's history of spying on the U.S. and already significant access to ex-Israeli spies have to critical digital systems, this story raises further questions about the security of digital and cloud systems in the U.S. The previously unreported story of Curry's ties to Israel and connections to the Israeli military intelligence underscores once again how pervasive Zionist influences are in the West and how Zionist networks purposely cultivate influential cultural figures. Curry's Israeli relationship also highlights the fake progressivism of so many Democrats who decry racism and inequality, then collaborate with one of the most racist and unequal societies on earth. LeBron James also posted something about Israel, bro, after October 7th. And it was just crazy. I appreciate that. And it's crazy. Like everybody just kind of forgot it. But let it be Danny, bro. Everybody gonna get in, man. Danny Aldia is crazy. Deion Cole. Let's react to some videos, man. Let's relax the mind. But let it be, like I say, let it be Danny. They gonna, oh Danny, free Palestine, Danny trash, Danny, I can't believe you did this. But when it's Steph, when it's LeBron, when it's Kevin Durant, when it's Draymond Green, when it's all the other billionaires, spaghetti-o. Deion Cole.
And on my car, windows are so dark, don't nobody know I'm in here. And I got the front window tinted too. So you really can't see in here. And it's just funny to see people walk up and they don't even know I'm in it. Watch this. You have no idea I'm in
it. Also, people walking up to the car.
They're doing videos and everything. They have no idea I'm in it. That's how dark the tin is in my car.
Do you want mornings or afternoons?
Afternoon.
This one. Boys, pull up. Black boy, hop out. Shout out to my mother and my father. Then hold on, man. Shout out to Tyler Creator, man. Shouts out to DJ Drama. Let's keep it going, shall we? Here we go.
Oh, I saw Lord. Wait, no, I saw Flume Couple. Best weekend of my life.
Have you guys ever seen Mind Goblin?
No.
Like
How does everything have music? Everything has music, bruh. I'm put this at 1.5. Come on, Goblin. I hope you was reading the caption, bro. I hope you was reading the caption.
Mind Goblin these nuts. Mind Goblin these nuts in your mouth and your throat.
That was funny.
Scared you joke.
I mean, it was his joke. I was just saying it louder. I just wanted to like amplify black voices.
I don't think Sean makes much.
You should. Yeah, it just wasn't funny at first.
Yeah.
The volume's not the issue.
Yeah.
You should have said that.
No, don't look at him. This is you.
You're talking about you.
You made this face that I made right now.
Yeah, I would agree.
Yeah.
Delivery was bad. Timing was bad. Joke was dog shit.
I feel physically sick from hearing that twice.
You both hurt too.
Yeah.
I'm gonna excuse myself.
Okay. Why is he telling us?
What is up with that guy, man? No.
You are funny. I know, comedy. That was a good joke. That was well timed. It was hilarious. You just
don't get it.
Sorry?
You just don't understand good humor.
You did that. Thank you. And I love the way you added on to it.
Change my inflection there. So.
Yes, it was incredible.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, sorry, I didn't know I had to.
Yeah.
All right.
No, that's fine. I don't want to do it again.
Just two guys. Same way. There needs to be a spot for just two men like us to just say real shit. No one's Now that was a sick montage.
What do you got?
You know what I'm doing? I'm breaking the fucking fourth wall.
Yeah.
Ever seen Deadpool?
I
You
think
guys ever seen Deadpool? Deadpool's peak comedy, the way he blends with crude humor, and then the way he says what you're not supposed to say, but he says it anyways because he doesn't give a fuck.
I got it.
We're not this way.
Stop, what are you doing?
No.
Whoa, he's sick.
He's so sick.
Should we watch this?
We should. But first, we got a podcast.
5'11" is the straightest height for men. Because once you start getting up there, it's like, what are you looking for? You know what's up there? Other dudes.
Hey, what the heck? Yo. Bro, what? Yo, this is crazy. He said, thank you for watching the longest video of all time. I'm doing some stand-up in Denver this weekend. Yo, this dude is talented, bro. That was great. I always appreciate good, just freaking writing, dude. That's great writing right there. Let me see what this is now. Me as a kid at 2 a.m. turning on PS2 like they wouldn't wake up the house. Let me see. Yeah, this guy, man. Yo. But them PS2s was mad loud. All right. Max confesses, man.
Realize how bad my shit got. Like, I have a very addictive personality, bro.
Facts.
Like, I love bad bitches. Oh God.
That's my problem. And yeah, I got a problem.
I should be
2 Chainz really like that might be like the best lines of 2 Chainz career. And 2 Chainz really be rapping, but that like sometimes it's the most simple stuff, bro.
putting that on God. I love beautiful women. Like it's low-key addiction. Like if y'all take a look, I'm gonna scroll and screen record. If y'all take a look at my like explore page, like I just can't help myself. Nigga, y'all look too good. What am I supposed to do? I can't help myself. Y'all look too good. Like it'd be fucking me up. Real shit. So it's like, bro, I gotta get lust out of my system. I want to change who I am as a person.
That's a fact.
I want to get lust out of my system. And I'm gonna be honest, I want to stop smoking weed, but I'm not gonna lie, I was about to light a blunt right now. I'm like, yo, I was doing some research. I'll be deep diving, researching into music stuff. It really fascinates me, and I like learning about it. And I'm trying to just consume more, bro. You are what you eat, nigga. I be consuming bullshit. Twitter, y'all got me fucked up, nigga. One scroll, I'm out here seeing AI cock getting slapped on a whole face. That's not it. Like just random shit, bro. That's bad consumption. Now, look at me. I'm not doing well. If I start consuming things that can better my life, like for example, like not on some KC3 reading books with a timer shit. Shout out my VVet soldiers. But nah, more so on some like
Bro, you literally doing the same thing Kai doing, bro. People want to make fun of Kai so bad, bro, and do the same thing Kai doing. Kai made self-improvement cool. Now everybody want to self-improve. While making fun of Kai for reading on stream. I mean, on camera. Yeah, it's crazy. Y'all crazy, man. I just want y'all to see what's going on. Everybody making fun of Kai while they doing what Kai doing. Reggie want to quit smoking weed. Max wanna consume more positive things on the social media feed and retrain his algorithm. All the other influencers want to go to God now. They doing Bible studies on, and I ain't just talking about Aries. Shout out Aries. I'm talking about all these other influencers and stuff and streamers and stuff like that. Kai really was like one of the first, you know what I'm saying, of this generation to really be doing that as an influencer. And everybody made fun of him for it. But look, they doing what he doing. I just want to say.
Like, let me learn about things I'm interested in and fields I'm interested in. Let me, like, just consume more of that. Bro, why have I not sat and watched a movie on my own or, like, just in general in the past, like, 5 years?
5 years is crazy.
Like, bro, I can't name you out the last movie I watched. Coach Carter, actually. I watched that bit. But honestly, I couldn't even sit through it. I watched it in, like, 4 parts. And I don't even think I finished it. And I was high for half the movie, so I don't remember half of it. I'm telling y'all, bro, I'm real life cooked, bro. I'm starting to realize how cooked I am. Like,
that's bad. That's bad. I hope you win a Grammy, but that's bad, bro. That's really bad. Lust is gonna it destroys empires, bro. Lust, lack of control over yourself. We always talk about the traditional drugs. We talk about the cocaines and the hard, the whites, the this, the that, the weeds, even, right? People don't talk about lust. The lack of self-control and self-discipline in a man or a woman controlling the desires of the flesh will destroy empires, dynasties. Just letting you know. Get right. Get that, like he said, pray to get that out your heart. Because it's going to destroy you every single time. It's going to destroy your pockets, everything. Look at Zion. They talking about Zion's off the court issues, off the court. Zion ain't commit no crimes. Zion ain't did nothing. But there's obviously a lust issue there. And it's broadcasted to the whole world. And because of that, it's costing him millions of what his Jordan brand deal about to run out. And whenever this deal is up, I don't know if he's going to get a max his next deal. You know what I'm saying? And it's really only because, in large part, due to his lust being broadcasted in front of gazillions of people in the basketball world. Control yourself, man. Word 2. DDG.
Wait, you want me to get your mic?
You want the mic?
You want me to take the mic or no?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Oh, wow.
You got this cash you looking at. Excuse me?
That's right.
Wow.
Huh? Yeah, I charged you. Boxing clips gone now, huh? Motherfuckers gonna get drowned.
Hey, yo, that's crazy. He said,
it's gone now, huh? Motherfuckers finna get drowned out.
That was DDG running into J Cinco for the first time since they beef. Ah, that's crazy. He said he thought they squashed the beef. They squashed, but he didn't. Cinco didn't even stay and say what up, chat, or nothing like that. I got you down. I got you down. I got you down. I got you down. I gotta run through these and then we good. Yeah, that was still awkward. Samaya still with DDG.
I had seen a clip.
Oh, he said them boxing clips. It was a boxing stream with Samaya. He knew this was gonna be the most viral clip. It's got over 1 million views. All right, here we go. Samaya with DDG. I'm gonna put this on 1.5 because they got some dang music in this restaurant.
I had seen a clip. This shit block you?
I know you gonna ask me shit like that.
Oh wow! Hold on. Let me go to one. Let me go to one. She said that Kennedy unblock you because I seen a clip that you refollowed her on TikTok, bruh. He said you asked me about my real life, someone I actually care about, not these girls I be using for content.
This shit block you?
Oh my God, I know you gonna ask me shit like that. I thought you gonna say, oh, I've been watching your videos since you was with what's his ass.
That's why I don't. Okay, never mind. Nah. No? Oh.
Once I get blocked, I stay blocked.
Dang.
No, I thought I seen like a repost. It was a clip, but it might have been fake.
It was a glitch. AI. You know, when shit like that still linger on, just to show you how impactful one thing was, you know? Things miniature.
He talking about how impactful it was that him and Kennedy, man, Shannon and what's his name, Terry, whatever their name was. Hey, like he's man, DDG, bro, like he really a legacy act. All right, I don't want to go into that rant again. Deji versus Tyler, let's do it.
Respect he had for me, the level of respect he had for me was zero when I met him at the Kaisenat Mafia Fund. Zero. I was with JJ, and then there's me, bro. Man was like JJ. Didn't even look my way. No respect. I could just tell he didn't care, bro. He didn't care. He didn't care to know who I am. He didn't care about anything, bro. This was before the Mafia Fund. This is before, but I'm just saying the level of respect he had for me was nil. That's why I have to give it to like Kai Cenat, Speed, all these other streamers, Sketch, bro. They want to get to know me. They want to talk to me. This brother, KSI, bruv, I was there like, nah, you're dead. I saw it, bro. I saw waste man. I'm gonna say this now. I don't care. This waste man. I think he's a waste man. Literally. Like, just no respect. Genuinely, no respect. You could have just.
All right. So he's talking about Tyler didn't have respect for him. And so here we go. I'm gonna just show this. Tyler, the Tyler Show Live, 750,000 subscribers. Deji, 12.6 million subscribers. It's just the game is the game. The numbers are the numbers. Deji goes off on Tyler for claiming he's disrespectful for the way he interacted with him. So Tyler apparently, allegedly responded to this. This isn't verified. I'm not on Instagram, so I couldn't verify it myself. This is what he said. This is Photoshop. He didn't post this. There it is. Thank you so much, man. Thank you, Twitter. All right, cool. Because they said I was here for KSI, not you. Cool. Thank you, Twitter. All right, we're gonna keep it moving. But yeah, man. Treat everybody the same, bro. Like, I gotta shout out Punga. Because the last time I seen Punga, like Punga is a friend of the channel, and he helped me out and he did an interview with me during Casanat LBA the first year. But the thing with Punga was what happened with that? I saw him again at the Super Bowl, and Duke Dennis was in front of him, and I interviewed Duke, and then like Tyler dapped him up, and I was like, "Yo, Tyler, say something," and he danced or whatever for the camera, and then like I saw Punga, but I didn't like ask him to do something on camera. And then I seen him like later, and I just kind of dapped him up. I was like, dapped him up. But like I should have just like, you know what I mean, including him there. So I always felt bad about that I didn't ask Punga for another interview. But I say all that to say you should treat everybody the same, bro. Treat everybody the same with the same amount of respect. Because you just don't know, bro. You just don't, I mean, and then like beyond you just don't know. It's just basic human decency, dog. Like treat everybody how you want to be treated. Gerald Green said he lost a finger on his dominant hand. I never knew this. And the Joker been in the NBA. I watched him since I remember Gerald Green in high school. I watched his whole NBA career. I did not know that he only had 4 fingers on one hand, on his dominant hand.
What made you pick the number 14?
It's just random. Because I got 4 fingers and I'm missing one.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Damn. Damn.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah. And it's on my dominant hand, so.
Does it feel weird?
Nah, you know, you get used to it after so long once you go crazy.
What made you pick the number 14?
It's just random. Because I got 4 fingers and I'm missing one.
Are you serious?
Wait, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah.
Damn.
1, 2, 3. Well, I can't see it. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's why he missing a finger.
Shit.
Yeah. And it's on my dominant hand.
Oh, it's right there. Bruh, wait, hold on. I did not know this. I did not know, bruh. I did not know he was missing a finger. Or maybe I just forgot. I did not know that, bro. Real NBA fans knew this and he still dominated. I did not know this, bro. I don't know why 14 though. That's 4. Former NBA? Who didn't know this? I don't remember this. Like that's what I'm saying. I don't remember this. And I remember watching Gerald Green since high school. All right, anyways. I don't remember that. And people saying, everybody knew this. I'm sorry, I hate to tell you. Ray with Mr. Beast, bro. Ray with Mr. Beast. Let's see. Hold on.
Remember that one time you said Team Water was a Team Water was a scam? Yeah. Did you mean that?
Yeah. Bruh, Ray is crazy, bruh. Ray, he don't care at all. Ray don't give a single flip. He don't give no F's. Ray don't care at all.
Remember that one time you said Team Water was a Team Water was a scam? Yeah. Did you mean that? Yeah. Ray.
I'm sorry, bro.
Ray.
I feel like 40 mil is just too much.
Wait, you want to go to Africa and see it?
Nah. There's no way. Like they need this much. Like I know they water, but I feel like 5 mil can build like a lot. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but we're trying to get 40 million years of clean water to people around the world.
I feel like 5 mil can last 100 years.
Yeah, but for millions of people.
Oh, okay. You might be right. I don't know. It got me, bro. You know,
you're a funny guy.
That's what I think, bro.
He said you're a funny guy. That's crazy. He said he did not expect him to do that, bro, to his face.
I mean, you're just that funny. I get it.
No. I mean,
what?
I really mean.
Okay.
That's what I think about.
Well, if you're ever bored, I can take you to the project.
You gotta take me. That's all. You gotta show me to prove me.
He said if you're ever bored, I could take you to the country. It's crazy.
I can take you to the
You
project.
gotta take me. That's all. You got.
Okay, the music stopped.
You might be right. I don't know. It got me, bro. You know.
You're a funny guy.
All right, the music stopped right there. Cool. Because I can't hear what he's saying.
That's what I think, bro.
I mean, you're just clip farming. I get it.
Nah.
He said your clip fine. He said nah.
What?
I really mean.
He said I'm really me. Oh my gosh. Ray is crazy.
Okay.
That's what I think about.
Well, if you're ever
He said that's how I think. And then he said that's how I think about it.
bored, I can take you to the project.
You gotta take me. That's all. You gotta show me to prove me that they really need like 40 mil.
He said, show me that you really gonna do that 40 mil is crazy.
Yeah.
You feel me? You gotta take me to every show me, bro.
I would love to.
Let's
do it.
Hell yeah, bro. Huh?
Remember that one?
Yo, Ray is crazy, bro. He real deal crazy. Like he don't care at all. Like Ray don't care at all, dog. This is the last one. The kids are out of touch.
DC.
Ever since you started streaming, you feel like you've been out of touch with reality?
I've been out of touch with my reality. I've never been touching grass. What? I spent my whole childhood on streaming. Because what's it called? I never wanted to do no sports.
Like you never wanted to get a job? Have you ever worked a
No,
job?
I actually applied for Chipotle, but then after that they said I was too young.
I worked there 3 days.
3 days? Yeah, so I applied.
This is so crazy. She said she worked at Chipotle for 3 days. I think Samaya like what, 20 now? She's like 20, maybe 19. She was like 19 when she popped. 19 when I first heard of her at Streaming University. Dabo, I've known Dabo since he was like since he's like 16. Bro, the kids, bro, they don't have no perception of reality, bro.
For that, but then after that, generally, I think they seen I was black. After that, they just said that they was like, no, never mind, we're so booked. Then after that, never looked back at a job. By grace of God, though.
You never had a job?
No.
Oh, you're lucky. You should probably try working and see how
Huh?
Just try
You
it.
said, huh? That's crazy. Huh is crazy.
Try it.
Oh, I'm finna do this music shit. I'm finna become a star.
Who you gonna get signed to?
Dang, why they cut off the clip? I wanted him to see him to say opium. He said, bro, trying to be the next Cardi. These wines don't even know how good they had. I'm about to bring you up now. That's crazy. All right. Hold on. Let me get down right. For the first time in a week, everybody welcome to the stage. Gentlemen!
What up, man? What up?
Dan, first of all, how do you feel about this, man? The kids talking about they ain't never had a job, and she said you should get a job just so you know how it feels. And he looked at her like, "What? I ain't getting no job." How you feel about that?
It's the world that we live in, man. I have no idea how I feel. Because after that NFL thing that you just read, my brain got fried. I'm sorry, but that brain got fried.
It's the logistics of a Super Bowl ad, man. So when you look at a Super Bowl ad, specifically when I look at this row ad, I'm gonna be thinking about that long thing that I just read of like $30 million and viewers, and we can get the ROI, and then we have to do an ad around the ad, and then we have to. I was like, yo, this is crazy.
I'm telling you, man.
All right, man.
It's been a while. I know. It's been a while.
I was about to say, I see you got the headset now. Boy, got a headset now.
I got the headset because the folks are sleeping, so that's.
Okay. I got you.
That way it can be simple.
Considerate king. We appreciate it, considerate king. But yeah, man. I guess just how you been, and are we getting right into it or?
Get right into it, dude.
No. Here's the question. Did you see my short that I made specifically for you where I said Dan in the short multiple times? I even commented because you said, Rashad, you going on stream? I said, bro, I made a short for you. Look at the short. And you didn't respond. So I don't think you watched the short.
Oh my gosh.
I'm gonna find the short right now and I'm gonna play it right now.
You gotta play it, bro. Because I've been so busy. I'm telling you, man.
I made the short. Hold on. Let me see. Let me go.
I hope you don't get copyrighted. I hope not.
No. I can't. It get copyrighted for my own short.
They better not.
Last week. Give me a second. Scroll down some. You see folks been working. Just a little bit of work. That's all it is. Okay. All right, Chip. I remember that day. I remember this day, J. Cole. Okay, I think that was during the week. Okay, let me see. This was last Sunday. I remember that. Okay, so here we go. I found it. Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Dan, I told you. I'm on stream right now. I won't be on stream until later tonight. I got to go wash my hair and then clean up around the crib. before the start of a new week. And I know Dan is going to be busy as well, being on different people's streams and channels. So in the meantime, I want to leave this message specifically for Dan. I told you so in the NFC, man. I had the Seahawks before the playoffs. I had the Seahawks and the Bills. Unfortunately, Josh Allen just choked. And but you know, it's not. You asked me, Rashad, how'd you know? How'd you know? No, it ain't no super. I ain't have no super belief in Sam Darnold or JSN or anybody like that or the Legion of Boom Part 2. This is what I had belief in. Every year, a new pope is selected. The Seattle Seahawks win at least 13 games and go to the Super Bowl. The streak continues. The streak continues, baby. They must be Catholic or something, but congratulations to the Seahawks. We'll see you next. And
Great job. Great job. You said it, and you got your wish.
Almost halfway, but I did get the unexpected one. I don't think it was expected for Seattle to make it. So that was definitely gratifying that they pulled that off. And you know, the Minnesota, they fired their general manager, and they're like, oh, you probably fired him for giving up on Sam Darnold. And I was like, who wouldn't give up on Sam Darnold? Like, no one saw this coming.
The dude's going to a Super Bowl, bro. It's his second one because he was the backup for the 49ers, if you remember.
I was about to say, I think Seattle is like the place where was that?
Ooh, what up, Globe?
Yeah.
What up, Globe?
But yeah, you know, like, what was it? What were we talking about? Dang, I lost my train of thought. Oh, Seattle. They had the Geno Smith. Geno Smith, when he went to Seattle, his career revived. He said, they wrote me off, but I ain't right back. And now you got Sam Darnold. He goes to Seattle. Career revived.
And my boy DeMarcus Lawrence is probably going to win his first one.
Shout out to Marcus Lawrence, man. Shout out to Marcus Lawrence.
He's going to be talking a lot of ish. He's going to be talking a lot of ish about the Cowboys on Super Bowl week. I guarantee you.
Oh yeah. You know how that goes. Dan, like I said, you know, I was like, this is my second year in the last 5 or 6 years that I won't be at Super Bowl week. Yeah, I think it's probably gonna feel weird, but hey, you know, it is what it is. You know, I guess just any thoughts on Super Bowl week or what else you're looking forward to?
It's going to be a rematch of 2013 Super Bowl. I was 17 at the time. I was just fixing to graduate from high school. So,
so you 2014?
Yeah, but I graduated a year early, 2013.
The Super Bowl was 2012?
The 2013 is when I remember. If I'm not mistaken.
Well, no. See, because what I'm thinking about. No, bro. It was 2013 season.
Okay, so it was that season.
I was a freshman in college. So if you 2013, I'm 2013. I was a freshman in college. And you know how I remember? You're not gonna believe it. I made a video about it on my YouTube channel. I predicted. I said I think the Super Bowl is gonna be the Broncos and the Seattle Seahawks. And I was like, I forgot who I picked to win, but I think I picked the right winner too. Yeah, and I remember it because I got it right. You know, I don't really remember stuff that I did on the channel in 2014, but I remember that one because I got it right.
Yeah,
that's crazy,
dude. I was 17 when that Super Bowl happened.
You might have been 18.
Well.
Hold on. Let me see. Let me see for a fact because I'm saying this off of memory. So let me see this for a fact.
I had to count the years because I'm 30, so I have to like go backwards.
Well, I mean, Dan, we're the same age, bro.
I know we are. We're both the same age.
I'm a year older technically, but like we're darn near the same age. So if I was 19 and a freshman in college, then you were 18 and a freshman in college. See, come on, man. I know what I be talking about, bro. I know what I be talking about, dog. Because I made a video on it. That's how I remember it.
Oh.
It's 2014.
2014. Okay, so
So
I
you were
was
18 and you were a freshman in college. Like, because you said that, and I said, no, I did a video on it. I wasn't making videos in high school.
well, I had a half a year credit left when I was in school, so I took care of that.
Yes, sir. Let me see if I have this thing. Seattle Seahawks, Denver Broncos. But the thing, bruh, I found it. Hold on, let me see. What is this looking, man?
Rock the stars. Like that. It's been
Quickest video. I'm gonna speak on the Super Bowl and also my All-Star teams for the year. Way too early All-Star predictions. So first in the Super Bowl, my playoff predictions have not gone according to plan so far, but hopefully I get a little better. I get better every week. The first week I went 0-4. I know that's horrible. But second week I went 2-2, 500. So we're improving a little bit, like the Brooklyn Nets. And this week I have Seattle winning, and I also have Denver winning. I like Russell Wilson at home to lead the Seattle Seahawks to another victory. And I also like Peyton Manning to get it done. So in the Super Bowl, I have Peyton Manning and the Denver Broncos versus Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks. And I have Peyton Manning taking it home. I think 2014, 2013 is Peyton Manning's year. One of his last years, if not his last couple of years. He might just, surprise us all and call it quits after the Super Bowl win. So second ring for Peyton Manning, second championship, and fourth, going on a fifth MVP season for Peyton Manning. So what a year for Peyton Manning. I'm calling it right now. The Denver Broncos will beat the Seattle Seahawks in the Super Bowl. Now move.
I was wrong.
You were.
But Peyton Manning did get his second ring, and he did retire after that eventually. It just wasn't
eventually. Mm-hmm.
Jeez Louise, man. Check out the bass in that kid's voice.
Something.
I'm in a dorm. Look at the walls. Looks like I'm in jail. It's a dorm.
Almost.
Crazy. That's the first time I've seen that. And it's 2026, so 12 years. Goodness gracious. Oh my gosh. Wow. Mm-hmm. But yeah, like as you said, you were 18, I was 19 the last time these two played in the Super Bowl.
That was when I graduated.
So you graduated in December?
I graduated so I was supposed to graduate in 14, but I graduated in 13 because I had a half of a credit left.
Oh no, I mean, okay, but when did you graduate in 13 though? In December?
I think it was in I can't remember correctly. I think it was in January or something like that. I'll have to go back into the archives. I may be wrong.
Okay. So I mean, okay, so you didn't graduate at the end of a semester. You graduated in like the middle of a semester, like a trimester type thing.
Something like that. I can't quote me on that. I'll have to go back into it. So
I was trying to nail it down because you said that's when I graduated. I was like,
well, I was supposed to graduate in 2014. I was supposed to,
but you graduated in 2013.
Because I had a half of a credit left.
So you were already graduated when this game was played.
I believe so.
You had to have been because it was played in 2014.
I believe so.
This is frivolous stuff, but I just sometimes for the sake of my mentor, I'll be wanting to like get like what exactly happened. I'm sorry.
Oh man.
People coming to see us talk about the Super Bowl, and I'm like, were you 18 and 24? But yeah.
I know.
But yeah, like what are we looking forward to this year, man?
I expect the Seahawks to beat the Patriots because I just don't think Drake May's got it. I mean, my Super Bowl prediction was not going to happen. Your Super Bowl prediction happened. And I'm like, well, I have to give props to Rashad. Congratulations.
Hold on. Thank you.
Congratulations. You get your reward. So I got the Seahawks.
You got the Hawks.
That's not how it sounds.
I'm gonna go.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Who is it? Wait, hold on. Why did we say Denver? I'm tripping.
It's Seahawks and Patriots.
Bro, why didn't you tell me?
It was Seahawks and Patriots.
You didn't tell me this entire time.
Oh, my bad, bro.
You just did that whole run.
It's New England Patriots.
Like, bro, okay, all right. This one, was this the one where they didn't run it with Marshawn Lynch?
This was the one that Malcolm Butler had the pick.
They didn't run it with hold on. Malcolm Butler.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see. Yeah, because they didn't run it with Marshawn Lynch. What year was that?
Was it 2013?
11 years ago. 2015.
Oh.
So it's the 2014 season.
Okay.
So, okay.
Okay, so I just got out. I just got out, basically.
So dang, so that whole thing that I just showed that for no reason? Yep. Well, hey, okay, I guess, hey. Y'all just showed that for no reason. Y'all just saw me with no bass in my voice and at the age of 18, 19 years old. But yeah. Okay, cool. So that was dang. That was so all they had to do is just run the ball this time.
Yeah.
11 years later, just run the ball. Run the ball, Atlanta. Run the ball, New England. Run the ball, Seattle.
I think Seattle's going to get their revenge.
I got New England. I'm not going to lie.
Don't do this, Rashad.
I got New England. I got Drake May. And the villains, the Darth Vaders, the guys that we all love to hate because they continue to win every single year, and it's annoying.
But you've been saying the Seahawks because of the.
No. I said the Seahawks are going to get to the Super Bowl because of the Pope. I don't know if they're going to win. Now if they win, and then you say, Rashad, you should have stayed with your pick. I'm gonna be like, you're right, Dan. But I just like New England better, bro. I don't like New England. Heck, nah, twin. I'm talking about I like them in this game. I don't know. New England's defense and
their defense is bailing them out, though.
That's what I'm saying. I think it neutralizes Seattle's offense in JSN and that entire attack.
But Seattle's offense is really good, too.
Drake May is really good.
Sam Darnold is also good.
Sam Darnold is having an outlier of a year.
Sam Darnold has had a tougher schedule.
That's a fact. New England's had the easiest schedule in a little minute in Super Bowl kind of history. So because you're making great points. You're making really great points right now, Dan. I'm not going to lie. Should I flip-flop? No, because if I flip-flop, then I'll be like, see, I told you I originally had Denver, but I picked – why do I keep saying Denver?
No, because if you flip-flop, then all of a sudden, I don't know.
If I flip-flop, then there's no respect for my pick. So I feel like I have to stand firm in saying the Patriots. Because if you flip-flop, people aren't going to be like, oh, yeah, Rashad, you got it right. Nah. That's weak. Just go with your first pick. So I'm going to go with New England.
You got a score?
New England scores are usually low, so I'll say 2017.
I got Seattle 33-21.
33-20. Oh, so you got Seattle by a little comfortable margin there.
Mm-hmm.
33-21 in the Super Bowl. That's comfortable.
Mm-hmm. It's gonna be back and forth, but Seattle's got that edge.
Man, goodness gracious. Sorry, I had to respond to some. Man, it's gonna. I don't know, bro.
We gotta work out that March 18th thing. We gotta work that out.
Post Hawks, yeah, for sure. And then I'll probably go live right after Super Bowl, like a buzzer type of situation.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll probably let the I'm gonna let the the post game, everything, the trophy presentation. I like watching those. And then once that plays out, then I'll start to stream.
Mm-hmm.
I know you're a busy man and everything like that, but if you're around,
I'm gonna try to, man. I've been pretty busy with all these pots I've been on, dude.
well, I was about to say, like, it's the NFL, like peak NFL season with Pro Bowl announcement and everything. How you feel about Shador getting in the Pro Bowl?
I mean, I don't know what else I could say about Shador. You're putting this young man in a different situation, and it's just a substitute. That's all he is. Because, with all the quarterbacks that were in the playoffs, it just is what it is.
It's still on his resume, though.
It is.
At the end of his career, it's going to say so-and-so time Pro Bowler, Shador Sanders.
Yeah.
I might swerve in that corner. Whoa. I mean, some people are like, Trevor Lawrence was right there. I'm not going to lie. Like, I don't know if Trevor Lawrence turned it down, because I know some people might turn it down just because they don't want to go. But I think it's good on your legacy and stuff like that.
Yeah.
How do you feel about the Falcons bringing over the entire Cleveland Browns coaching staff to Atlanta? Some people said it makes them feel uneasy. Like, I kind of feel the same way. I'm like, I don't know, guys. Like, do you really want to replicate like who Cleveland had? Like,
the big question is, are you going to bring back Kyle Pitts?
Yeah, I think there's going to be a priority this year, just because Kyle Pitts did the whole, it happens across sports everywhere. If you do the fake, perform well right before, you got to get a new contract, and you get a new deal, and then you go back to your regular self. I feel like that's going to be Kyle Pitts, but I know that's an unpopular opinion. So, make it a priority. Keep Kyle Pitts. Get a backup for Michael Penix Jr., because they said like Penix should be ready by the week 1 now. His timeline has dramatically kind of increased from like coming back at week 10 to dang near week 1 now. So I think you get a guy like Malik Willis, hometown kid, to back him up, and whenever he messes up, he'll be there, the quarterback then. And Kirk Cousins, it looks like they're going to, or it sounds like they're going to cut him.
That's what I'm hearing too,
for money purposes. So, but they also said this last year with Kirk Cousins, and it didn't happen. So, I don't know if I want to fall for the banana in the tailpipe 2 years in a row. Is anything going on with the Cowboys before we talk about the great Cooper Flag?
Well, we did hire a brand new defensive coordinator, Christian Parker. He came over from the Eagles. He was the Eagles defensive backs coach. He's just now getting to work on his staff. Like you see here, we've hired Ryan Smith. He was the CB coach from the Cardinals. The Cardinals secondary was top 10 or top 15 in takeaways, I believe, because they were bad, but they were still good in that regard. Derek Ansley is going to be our defensive passing game coordinator. He came from the Packers, so this is going to be very different. We're also getting Zach Orr, probably for a linebackers coach job. I don't know how that's going to work, but I do think that this staff is coming along very nicely, because it's going to be a brand new staff, and I think it's going to be a brand new scheme for Dallas. I think we just need to have a change, and I think this is a good change for us, because this staff is younger, and I think the younger players are going to listen to Christian Parker and see what he can bring to the team. That's what I think.
How you feel about your boy going to the Steelers?
McCarthy?
Yeah.
I'm happy about it, honestly. He's a Pennsylvania guy. He's from there. I also said that he's going to go to Pittsburgh as a job. But fans in Pittsburgh don't like McCarthy there now, so that's their problem, not ours.
Why they got a picture of Big Ben up here?
Dang.
This is from like the official like Steelers.com too.
Dang.
Because they have Big Ben's response to it, his reaction to it. Why we care about Big Ben's reaction to it, bro? He ain't playing.
Poor Big Ben.
Big Ben got a weird case. Why is he around?
Mm.
Certified what? Aaron, the reunion.
I heard about this.
Aaron, are you coming back for another year? Aaron,
He shouldn't.
1 year with your boy. One time for the one time discount double check into the Super Bowl. We'll see.
Mm-mm.
We'll see. I think it's a weird hire because Mike McCarthy. I was talking about this with somebody else, but Mike McCarthy, he's usually like a guy that is expected to be there 2 or 3 years, not long term. And the Steelers' job is a job. You think of Cowher and Mike Tomlin. You're pretty much the coach there until you decide to retire. And, I don't know. It's just a weird kind of paradox there. So. With that being said, let's close this thing out, man.
The Cooper Flag. Oh my gosh, this kid is something. I'm sorry, but
he's living up to the hype, and it's like it took time. It took time. It wasn't like this immediately. So a lot of people were starting to doubt him and talk about how he was a bit overhyped and this and that. Kid is finally fully grown into his potential, and I say finally, but we're just like a little over the half mark of the season, and he's balling out of control right now. I can't hold
he
you.
is. He's the first teenager to average 30 plus double doubles in an NBA season, which is very remarkable for a young man at 19 years old. My only issue is that this is not translating into wins. Coming from a fan, because all you're doing is stat padding, and we need to create wins. At the same time, this is not a good team that's surrounding Cooper Flag. I think this trade deadline that's going to be coming up, which is obviously going to be this week, I think we're going to have to really try to get some assets back, and I think we're going to have to try to reload and try to get some draft capital as well.
Well, you don't really worry about wins your rookie season, because you have to think like they haven't had their team. Like the team was supposed to be him, AD, and Kyrie. They haven't had that. So because of that, you throw wins out like it's really like as a regular number one overall pick team, because the Mavericks aren't a regular number one overall pick team. They got that because the league is rigged and they traded Luka Doncic. So it's like, like the Hawks are kind of hoping for the same. That's why they traded Trae Young. They gave the blood sample or whatever, and it's like Darren Peterson, But anyways, back to the Cooper Flag thing. Cooper Flag, he went into an untraditional situation with two already superstars, still kind of relatively at the end of their primes. And so he wasn't going to be the first option as the number one pick, as a generational type of number one pick, not a Zachary Ricochet. All respect to Zachary Ricochet, but not his type of number one pick. A type of number one pick like a Wemby, a Zion, LeBron James, that type of number one pick. And now he gets to be that traditional number one type of pick this season. And with that comes growing pains and lots of losses. So you look at Wemby, his rookie season, it was lots of losing. You look at Kay Cunningham, his rookie season, lots of losing. That's just what happens with number one picks, because you go to the worst teams and they're figuring out the game themselves. So they can't lead a team because, they're young, they're babies themselves. So I think you just look at the development from his standpoint, his improvement, and his willingness to figure it out. Jason Kidd, your coach, just went off on the media.
Oh yes, he had a ball with those reporters today.
They just asked him about the people who are criticizing him for running Coop at point, including myself. I've been critical of that from the beginning of the season. I'm like, dude, just get a regular point guard, or just use a regular point guard. You're using guys who can bring the ball up, and he's saying, y'all never played the game at the highest level. I have. And I hate when people say that, because people who play the game at the highest level be having some of the worst basketball takes. And this is basketball, football, any sport. You know what I'm talking about? It'd be Hall of Fame caliber dudes that just say the dumbest stuff that don't make no sense.
Right.
And we see it. Why? We see it more this era more than ever because of the podcast, of the internet. Every
Mhm.
retired player is on a podcast or something like that. And so we hear their takes and we hear them see. And we hear how much they do not know about the league that they dominated for
Yeah.
10 plus years. For most of those dudes. And it's crazy. So please, please stop telling, oh, I don't care about what the media gonna write. Y'all gonna write whatever. It's BS anyway. I played in the league at the highest level and y'all haven't. Stop saying that. If you know so much, if you played at the highest level, you one of the greatest point guards ever, Jason Kidd. If you know so much and you so great, why is y'all team so bad?
Why are we so long? Why do we have a so long team, but yet we can't defend?
Come on, man. What are we talking about here, bro?
I mean, AD's not going to get traded, obviously, because he's hurt. So, I mean, what else can you say?
Damaged goods.
Mm-hmm. Najee Marshall's going to be a trade candidate. So is Daniel Gafford. So is Klay Thompson. I think Brandon Williams is probably a trade candidate.
Do you think Klay gets moved?
I think he does. I don't know where he's going to go. I would love for him to go back to Golden State to go play with Steph again.
And just finish his career out.
I think it would be wise for Klay to do that.
I mean, but he can't pick where he gets traded to. I mean, he can recommend. He could be like, hey, can you trade me back to Golden State? But, can't force it.
I wonder if Houston would want Daniel Gafford because obviously with their injury woes, which Sengun, obviously he played in this game, but you always need a backup big man like a Daniel Gafford. Why not?
I mean, I think the demand is definitely there for the other guys that you named, the younger guys, Gafford, the
Najee
Marshall. Like the demand is going to be there for them, like, or it is there for them because we are in the midst of trade season. The deadline is on Thursday. It's currently Sunday technically. So yeah. I mean, they have that.
What's your thought? What's your thoughts on the Giannis stuff?
I think it's kind of weird how he dragged it out. Like it's like if you knew you wanted to get traded, why didn't you just say, yeah, I want to get traded? Like he tried not to say it so he wouldn't be a bad guy, so he wouldn't be called a distraction to the season and the team. I think it's more of a distraction when you don't address it and people just keep asking you about it and you're like, oh, I'm not going to discuss that right now because that's disrespectful to my teammates. I think it's disrespectful to not, you know what I'm saying? To not address it. You should just address it. So that's how I feel about it.
Do you think Giannis goes to the Knicks?
That's where he said he wants to go early on. It looks like Cat was kind of frustrated, on and off with the Knicks. So I think that makes the most sense and like the most that Milwaukee can get for Giannis other than some draft capital. So yeah, go ahead.
I think Miami's got the best assets. I think.
Oh yeah. And people talking about Miami as well.
I could see that.
But if you go to Miami, literally, who do you still have down there? Because the amount that you have to give up for Giannis is like it guts everything that's kind of worth it.
What is it like? Tyler Hero, Andrew Wiggins, Terry Rozier? Isn't Terry Rozier still dealing with the stuff that he's been dealing with?
Oh yeah, gambling. That's great. Ideal package. All you can eat. So this is going to be heavily in favor of Miami.
Yeah.
I need to go to a neutral site. Let me see. Got all these dang pop-ups. Hold on.
Stupid ads.
I can't scroll down. It was stopping me from scrolling down on pop-ups. Hold on. Y'all don't have no bullet points? I got to read the whole thing? He's biggest competition. They say the Knicks. Who is it? Chances of landing Giannis if they only had 3 or first round picks to trade. Oh, okay. I got it.
I heard Minnesota would be interested in Giannis too.
Jake Fisher and Mark Stein, they be off on some stuff. I ain't gonna hold you. It's also important in this report that Terry Rozier and Andrew Wiggins. You'd assume Wiggins would be rerouted to another team to secure more draft capital for the Bucks. Dang, bro, Andrew Wiggins get traded every deadline now, and Dennis Schroeder. Schroeder just got traded again.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Schroeder get traded every year. It ain't the trade deadline until Dennis Schroeder get traded. Two Hawks traded for each other, DeAndre Hunter and Schroeder.
Why are the Cavs trading away DeAndre Hunter though?
Someone else was asking this earlier. Hunter, well, first of all, Cleveland's underachieved this season. And then Hunter, he was getting like kind of reportedly like frustrated and stuff like that. He was ready to be moved. Because his best friend was Ty Jerome. Ty Jerome's no longer on the team. So it's kind of like we not winning. I'm not really performing the way I want to perform. I ain't getting the ball, the opportunities. I'm open to being moved. So now my boy been moved after a year. Joker only been on the team for a year. Let me see, why is Hawks trending? Oh yeah, this is dumb. That little thing. Let me see. Respectfully. They talking about Trae Young, who he had. They look like when they leave the Hawks. John Collins on Utah, DeAndre on Cleveland, Kevin Huerter in Sacramento, Cam Reddish in New York, Capella on the Rockets, Bogdanovich on the Clippers. They all got traded a year or two later, and the ones not even getting a tick on their new teams. That's facts. That's facts. Okay, all right. I'm sorry. I got a little distracted. Because I'm trying to see what's going on. That was it.
I still think that Giannis is going to be the biggest one. I think he's going to be the biggest domino to fall. My only question is that who's going to want him?
Everybody want Giannis.
Well, what about the Warriors? The Warriors could do it.
Warriors, they're talking about the Warriors, but the Warriors ain't got nobody.
Jonathan Kuminga.
For Giannis, like for Giannis, bro, the best package would have been like Jimmy Butler, dog, and Jimmy Butler got hurt, so now it's like that's it. It's wraps.
Prayers up to Jimmy. Prayers up to him, man.
Jimmy, man. They saying John Morant.
Ooh, John Morant. Ooh.
Oh, wait, hold on. You surely noted that the Heat have held back on making the best possible trade offer. It could include, they're saying in recent years, Damian Lillard, they're talking about the Heat. When they want to offer a package for Dame, when they want to offer a package for Kevin Durant, and now John Morant. So they saying, like, they keep talking about this. Tyler Hero, Khalil Ware, and tradable first. Oh, that's good. That's a good package. So that leaves you with Norman Powell, Bam Adebayo, Jaime Jaquez,
Andrew Wiggins.
Oh, Andrew Wiggins. I keep writing off Wiggins like he just gonna get traded.
You keep writing him off.
Yeah, I keep writing him off. So that's 4, and then you have Giannis. That's a decent 5. That's still a decent 5.
I don't know how Miami's gonna do it.
I don't know how Minnesota. They keep talking about Minnesota. Who does Minnesota have to trade?
Rudy Gobert.
Randall.
Sure.
So you trade Randall. Oh, that's nasty. Julius Randle for Giannis is nasty. Yeah.
Giannis and Gobert together?
No type of shooting. But that's great defense. It's great defense. So we'll see what happens. But is there any other trade? Do we think okay. Do you think John Morant's getting moved this week?
I'm slightly leaning towards no.
You say no one John Morant, no one Anthony Davis, no one Jimmy Butler, Jonathan Kuminga, yes or no?
Yes on Jonathan Kuminga. Yes.
Yes on Jonathan Kuminga. Daniel Gafford, does he get moved or not this week?
Yes.
Daniel Gafford gets traded this week.
Mhm.
Who else?
Najee.
Giannis. Do you think Giannis gets traded this week?
Mm-hmm.
So you think Giannis gets traded this week?
Yes, I do.
Najee Marshall get traded this week.
Yes.
Najee Marshall gets traded. Do you think Jose Alvarado? That's a curveball. Do you think Jose Alvarado gets traded this week?
I'm gonna say no.
You think? Well, Jordan Poole has to get traded this week. Jordan Poole and DeJounte, I think they both get traded.
Mm-hmm.
They aren't playing. Like Jordan Poole hasn't played in the last 4 games, and he's healthy.
Yeah.
So
we may just do a live thing for the trade deadline, bro. We may have
go live on Thursday.
Yeah, we should do it, bro.
Yeah,
we should do that.
But I think the trade deadline is usually like 3 p.m. Eastern. It's like in the middle of the day.
It is.
I'll be at work.
Mm.
Yeah, I'll be at work, but I could do something like at night when I get back.
I'll be there for that. Don't you worry about that.
All right, bet. Oh, so you might be like an earlier type stream type thing or whatever to get that done.
Might be.
All right. Well, with that being said, Dan, I'll let you get out of here. I've held you hostage long enough. Thank you for sitting for the 30-minute read of Super Bowl ads.
Once again, that brain is so fried. It's telling me, they said, damn, that brain of yours needs to sleep.
I read the whole thing, bro. I was like, dang, I read it, man. Celebrate, you know what I mean? But I actually had that pulled up yesterday for yesterday's stream. Oh no, 2 days ago. And I clicked on it and I looked at how long it was because I just read the MLK one. And I read an MLK story about how he worked with the gangs in Chicago back in the day and stuff. Undertold story. And it was like 30 minutes of reading. So then I got to the Serena Williams and I said, oh, I ain't doing this back to back. I said, I'll put this on tomorrow's. And so I had to read it this time. I wasn't going to put it off again.
Also, big news. I dropped my weight.
Oh, snap. That boy Dan on row.
281.
280. Hey, wait, hold on. I give it up for Dan.
I've been telling you what I've been doing.
Go ahead.
Lay off the tea and drink more of this.
Lay off the tea.
And more Crystal Light.
And more Crystal Light. Agua H2O. Dan, that's how you start off the new year, man. Great job this first month of the year and everything like that. I appreciate you for coming on and staying for 2 hours and just waiting to come on and stuff like that. I appreciate it so much. And yes, I guess we'll sign off now. Are we good?
I think we are, unless you got something to say.
That's it for me. All right, let's roll, Dan. You know how we do. My name is Rashad Milligan. This is Dan. This is the Road to 10K subs. Make sure you follow along and subscribe because I've been live on this channel for the past 322, turning this is 333 days. Goodness gracious, 30 away from that 365. Until next time, make sure you have a good morning, a good afternoon, a good evening, a good night, a good day. And if nobody else told you today, I care for you. I'm Rashad. This is Dan. And until next time, we are.
Rashad, why you didn't hit me up?
What's up, Rashad? Hey, Rashad.
What's up, Rashad?
Thank you, Rashad.
Brother, I love you, brother.
Front lit.
What's up, Rashad?
What it do, boy?
Hey, Rashad.